Why are you
grief,
late, Primal?
I'm 3 minutes late.
Yeah, why are you
Why are
late?
you late?
Yeah, why are you late?
All right, who's making?
Does anybody want to play?
The game's up. Waiting on you.
All right, let's go.
Alright. I need someone to come cast with me. Who's coming? Sterling, you coming?
Sure, I'll come cast.
Alright. Perfect. 1 sec, he says. Exit's gonna freak out. Wait, let me screen share so you don't have delay. Oh, yeah, you can just observe too. That makes way more sense.
I sometimes lag a little bit, so I'll just stay out.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so guys, we're doing the NA KCM for Primalcord now. If you guys don't know what KCM, it's basically going to be a 3v3v3 race wars, 3 players from each race. We can kind of go over the rules once we started. We're a little bit late getting started and they're ready to go, so we'll talk about it some in game just for the opening. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into game 1 here. Dude, Exit is freaking out.
It's like herding sheep to get these guys in the lobby, in the game.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
here we go. KCM, game 1, Exit versus Primal. This is like the starter Pokemon going. Like,
right. Let me get our names up for the casters.
I believe in Exit. I think he can do it. I've seen him play some solid TVP. And Primal can play pretty solid too. I think both of these players have been grinding a bit and practicing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Primal is definitely he's kind of a one matchup wonder, I feel like. He is a PvT specialist. This is all he ever wants to play. And we are playing on his best map. He pretty much does the same thing every single game. We're most likely gonna see like 3-gate Robo into like slowly expanding, trying to get up to Arbiter Tech and that kind of thing. This is his go-to style, especially on this map.
Yeah, it's a good map for Primal. I've noticed he tends to make a lot of gateway units in the mid game. He makes like a lot of zealots, a lot of dragoons. So he's pretty hard to kill with timing pushes.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we don't see Exit try to do like a 5-fac or a 6-fac, because I think Primal sort of naturally counters those.
Yeah. Yeah, in my personal experience, the most consistent way that I beat Primal is going up to like 3 base and doing like a 12, 30, 13 minute like 2-1 max push basically, and if you execute that push correctly, he typically just keels over.
Yeah, because his tech isn't quite there,
Mhm.
and he just puts so much value into like that 10-minute army that's kind of useless against that maxed out Terran upgrade push.
Yeah, exactly. Exit does also like to play a lot of 15cc. He is cross spawn, so if he wants to go for it this game, it's going to be good. And he is going to be going for it, right? Because we don't see big ass coming. So he's going to go for the 15cc. Cross spawn, Primal, probably going to open his typical 23 Nexus. Doesn't ever cross scout or anything like that. So it's going to be a good opener here for Exit.
Yeah, the other day Primal and I were talking about like what Protoss should do against 15cc, especially if it doesn't get scouted early.
Mm-hmm.
And we did some practice games where he was going for 3 Nexuses and into like 2-gate obs. So we'll see if that's what he chooses to go for, if maybe he'll go for something different. I remember he was struggling a bit against the 3 tank push.
Yep.
And I was kind of encouraged him to try going DT against 15cc, like a delayed DT, because that does very well against the tank timings. So we might also see that too, but I don't know how diverse Primal's builds are, especially in a game where he might be a little nervous, really doesn't want to lose.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to default to just what's comfortable for him. he doesn't practice a lot of different builds and like branching out too much. So when he does do something, he because of the lack of practice, is just not his comfort zone, and it'll end up showing a lot of times in his games.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So while we have this little bit of lull, I'll just quickly talk about kind of how the KCM rules work. As I mentioned, it's going to be a race wars of a 3v3v3. And this first game we have Terran versus Protoss. As you see down on the bottom of the screen, that's going to be our players that are playing tonight. And when a player wins, he will continue to the next match. So like, for instance, is Exit versus Primal this game. If Exit wins, then Primal is out of the KCM. He's no longer playing tonight. And then the Zerg players will send in a player to play against Exit. And it just keeps rotating like this until there's only one race left standing, and that team ends up winning the match.
Yeah, should be pretty fun. I'm Sterling. I'm playing on Team Terran. I think Team Terran is pretty strong. I think we're actually going to do very well tonight. I have a lot of faith in Exit, in Remap, in myself.
Yeah, I definitely, looking at it, feel personally like the Terran team is very heavily favored here. That being said, I think Nomad's PvT is pretty strong. Sometimes the problem is a lot of the players here knows how Nomad plays. I feel like he's very good on the ladder, but once the Terrans kind of identify his more or less greedy way of playing, I do see him get killed quite often in timing pushes.
Yeah, he's very, very solid. I think he's getting more solid. I definitely play a lot of games with Nomad. I think I've played more games with him this year than I've played against anybody else.
Yeah, that's one thing that I think will make Nomad scary, is how much you have personally trained with him.
And he practices hard. Like in training games, he brings a good game, like pretty consistently. Always does pretty well. And Semi, I don't know as much about. Like, I don't really know his level, but I assume it's like S rank, like a strong Protoss level.
Yeah, with Simi, he understands the game really, really well. Like, he understands the builds, the reactions, like what he's supposed to do, that kind of thing. He seems to have a genuine passion for StarCraft, but the problem he has is that he just doesn't have the time to play. So he does a lot of like studying and like learning and like taking notes and that kind of thing, and then tries to apply it when he plays. So he's a very intelligent player for sure when he plays.
But just at that age where he has other priorities, so he only has time to grease the wheels, practice the mechanics.
Yeah, and Primal did end up going what you said he would go for. He did 3 Nexus off of 1 gate, off of 1 gate, and then into 3 gate before Robo, so very greedy response, and I actually really, really like it. Yeah,
I think like this is what I recommended to him as like a macro response, and it's, I think with good micro, Protoss can hold. Looks like Exit is going to be going for some mid game like aggressive mech play. Like, he does have that upgrade going, but when I see 3 vultures out already, I kind of expect those speed vultures to be running around on the map looking for probe harassment, setting up forward mines, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you see Exit playing the player a little bit here. You guys did kind of discuss it. Primal doesn't really play... Well, he is almost incapable of playing Reaver. So we do have this delayed eBay. Yeah, this is specifically for Primal. It's like, we had no information, really, but you can almost always assume that there are no Reavers coming from Primal.
And it looks like Exit scanned the main and kind of got a little scary bit of information, only seeing 3 gateways and no additional tech. That can be a little scary for Terran, because like when you don't see like Robo Citadel Forge, you're kind of thinking, is this carriers?
Right. Yeah, I didn't see if he actually saw the Robo or not. He did only see the 3 gateways, like you said, which Primal should be adding more gateways a while ago at this point. It can be a little bit concerning if there was like a 4, like for instance the 4 fact push that could come. He would not have enough production to fight that off right now.
Yeah, he has a good goon count, and I think he's relying a bit on the terrain of the map. Like, Terran having to push up that high ground to get up to the third is a little sketchy, and so he's thinking, okay, we're cross map. Exit is probably not gonna all in. So he's getting away with a lower gateway count, but like we talked about, he still has a lot of gateway units, and he's making zealots, which I find a little unusual to be making zealots at this point.
Yeah, it's a little early to be making zealots. You could do like 4 if you wanted to get a shuttle out or something like that, but having a bunch of slow zealots at this point is not going to do any good, and the Citadel just now finished. These 2 vultures getting inside and actually going to kill a bunch of probes. We're at 8 probes now, going to be 9, so 9 probes going down total. Oh, 10 even.
Oof.
Yeah, really good. Those 2 vultures got so much value.
Yeah, that is devastating damage for just 2 vultures and no dropship tech or anything committed. Just like 2 vultures walking in. That'll probably put Primal on tilt a little bit. Like, it's always frustrating to take so much damage. I mean, Brood War is a fragile game. Like, can get decided very, very quickly.
Yeah,
and Primal had the units. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to mention, too, it also was happening while Exit was taking an on-location third at 8 minutes, so Exit's in, like, really, really good shape right now. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you about to say?
I was just going to say, Primal, like, he had the units to, like, block. Like, if his goons were in slightly better position, like, he had the tools to deal with that, but...
Yeah, and he's usually really good about that, so I wonder if he is a little bit nervous. Because one thing about Primal is because he always postures so defensively, it actually makes it really hard to get drops and run-bys and stuff off on him, so... Yeah, I wonder if there's a little bit of a nerve thing, because I never see anybody getting vultures in nowadays. Like, the whole point of sitting back like he is to prevent things like that from happening.
And I'm looking for his observers. Seems like his first obs is just getting across the map, which is pretty late, 10 minutes.
Yeah, he hasn't seen outside of this, right? That's the furthest he's seen up this ramp.
Looks like Exit trying another vulture run by and gonna get some more damage done, and this damage compounds. Like, this is really rough for Protoss. Yeah,
another 6 probes going down for 2 more vultures. And Primal's still stuck on 3 bases. Exit mining very happily on 3 bases for a while now. Has his +2 on the way, I imagine is what this is. Yeah, gonna throw down these extra factories, and there could be a very strong push timing that Primal's just not going to be ready for at this rate. He does have Arbiter tech on the way, though, at a decent time. I'm just worried about his lack of growth at the moment.
Yeah, and with Exit getting the fast 3rd CC, he's going to have a lot of scan energy. So even if he doesn't have Vessel for his initial push with 2-1, he should be able to just burn scans and take a really good fight when there's only 1 stasis, maybe 2.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the second armory. I was like, man, are we really playing off of 1 armory? Okay, that makes way more sense.
Tucked in there under the mini-map.
Alright, probably going to try and get a double expand going. I think he kind of needs to do something like that at this point. But these vultures are going to be able to get up this ramp. It'll just be a little bit annoying for Primal. Doesn't have any observers with this army right now. So could eat a lot of big mines potentially coming up this ramp.
And this is oftentimes a trigger for Terran to move out and take a position on the map. When you see Protoss like sending an army to chase vultures, you know you can just walk freely across the map. And we see Exit doing that. I'm kind of curious whether he pushes north. It looks like he's going just to that area in between the natural and the 3rd, which is a pretty good spot to push to. And it's also really far away from Primal's army.
Primal has, like, no observers. This is a really smart move from Exit. Okay, he does have an observer over this, at least. Looks like he's going to go for the counterattack, but it's kind of a small army to counterattack with. But, I mean, at this point, he cannot fight this head-on, so he has to try for something. Try to make it ugly in some way.
Yeah, it's tough, because Protoss doesn't have great tools to come back in this matchup. You know, there's Storm, there's Recall, but Primal doesn't have access to either. And GG is called. Really clean game from Exit. He played really solid, got some damage done without taking much risk, and pretty convincing victory for Mr. Exit.
Devastating.
on to the next. Curious to see who Zerg is going to send out. All right, I'm going to pop back up to the gallery.
Pop up there and try to convince somebody to join me for casting.
All right, will do.
Ugh. You might have to hop in the channel and ask.
I'll co-cast with Ozzy.
Who's playing?
Kava.
Kava? Okay. What map is Kava playing?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Let me get on bet on
You
it.
kind of want to cast, Ozzy. I've never casted. Can I
Do you
try?
want to? Do you want to cast Moon? I mean,
Yeah,
you can.
let me try it one time.
Yeah, you go for it. Go for it.
I've never casted. I'm gonna be retarded.
That's
Well,
Well,
Sorry.
Dean was going because there's a Zerg playing.
Yeah, but that's fine. No, I think Moon would be fun to cast.
Do we have a cool graphic? I haven't seen our graphic yet for our.
I had it
KCM.
on the. I have it while I'm observing.
Ozzy, move to gaming forward because I can't get in the casting.
Yeah,
channel.
I'll move you into the casting channel when I
Wait, why
start.
can you not be in the casting channel?
Because Prime has to give me permission.
I have to move someone in there. I can move you in there. I'll move you in there when we start.
Cool.
Wow.
All right, let's do this. Muni, I'm casting, dude, for the first time ever.
Oh my gosh! And you're casting Exit. I just realized that's so funny.
That is
Oh
Yeah,
actually
man,
funny.
I can't wait, dude.
yeah, we definitely have to have you cast Exit's games.
Exit's really trash normally, but
Alright, I'll play as Dominator.
Okay. Yo, yo, yo.
yo, excited here for my first cast, man. Let's do this. We got a TVZ on Dominator.
Alright, I'll screen share so you don't have delay as well.
Okay. And we're starting.
Just fix this real quick. So Primal's out. Wait, why is this not working? That should be visible. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, we're going into game 2 here. It's going to be Exit versus Kava after Exit takes out Primal. So Primal is out of the KCM, and Kava is going to be the Zerg that they send in, which is interesting because Kava definitely, I think everybody would agree, is going to be the strongest Zerg here by far. So we'll see.
Have you ever seen Exit's TVZ?
Very, very rarely. And he actually said it in the Terran chat that he is not comfortable TVZ. So this could be pretty one-sided, potentially.
Many Terrans don't seem to be because of the APM that's required to play the matchup, but we'll see how he does.
Yeah, Exit does have a fair amount of speed. Obviously he's spamming like extra hard right now, but he typically will hold like 250-ish APM, so I think he's got the speed for it. But I'm actually curious to see what he is weak with. Like maybe he's bad against the Mutamicro or something like that. So we're gonna find out for sure.
Dominator is traditionally a very hard map, though, to block Muta harass, and that is
Mhm.
Kabuku's very best attribute to his gameplay. So, this is going to be a tough one for Exit on this map for sure.
I agree. Trying to get your Terra Sim City on this map is extremely difficult. It's one of the reasons I was banning it for a while as Terran. Remap did go over some of the Sim Cities that helped a little bit, but the issue is like the main base, right? You have all of this open space, and it's like if you typically want to do your barracks up here, but then you need like turrets down in this like open mineral line, so everything about it just feels just bad in general. It's really, really hard to handle. And like you said, Kava's Mutamicro is very, very strong.
One thing I like about Kava's play is he never takes a risk. Like he scouts every time. Like he never just doesn't scout. Like if he's going to play, he's going to scout. So he's going to catch him here, and I think he's going to be able to tell if he already has his gas. So that's going to help him like prepare for later on.
Yeah. Yeah, and Exit, I guess, going to be going for a mech build or potentially a 1-1-1 because it just kind of helps kind of avoid the Muta phase a lot. And on this map, it does. You see a lot of that. You see a lot of mech builds on this map. It's going to get this drone trapped in, which is pretty good for Exit.
Because it's a 3-player map. I remember hearing somebody say like 3-player maps. Pros were saying how well these type of maps do for this type of build order. Uh-oh, we already got some funny stuff going on. Exit's got something going on in the middle.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
you almost can kind of expect this, I think, Exit not being confident. He's not afraid to be cheesy either. So because of this lack of confidence, he is going to go for this proxy factory. There's a chance, though. I mean, Kava got back inside with his drone and still didn't see a factory. So I wonder if he might be maybe aware that there's something out on the map.
Yeah, but when Zerg see that gas, that sunken should be going down here shortly. It just would make sense. From what I see, most Zergs, they lay it down pretty much immediately.
Yeah, I think he wanted to let the creep grow out just a little bit so he could get it more out to the edge here. Yeah, I think that's what he's waiting for. He just wants a better position because having the creep down here, like, it just doesn't feel that good. So yeah, he just wanted to grow out some. Still waiting a little bit, but I'm starting to get a little bit nervous now because his vulture's on the way.
He might miss the timing because he keeps delaying it. Oh, the vulture's out, so we'll see. Oh no, that's the SUV. Okay. Well, there goes the vulture right there. I think it takes 60 seconds to build a sunken, so
yeah, this vulture is going to be able to get inside, and this is potentially game ending.
It could be. He's going to have to block this.
Okay, that was really good blocking from Kava.
Oh, he juked him! Oh my god, dude.
That actually might be game over if this is controlled well enough.
And this could end the game right here.
Oh my god. Okay, well, never mind.
Okay. Very good control by Kava to stop that.
Yeah, he did a really good job cornering it. It looked like Exit may have looked away. We had the second vulture coming in and almost died as well. So something that was nearly catastrophic from Kava ends up being completely fine. And now we should be seeing... I guess we wanted to do a few more drones because of all the lost mining and stuff. So he doesn't want to drop the Spire right away. Doesn't feel like he's in a hurry for that. Drops the Hydrogen instead just in case there are Wraith on the way. But it's actually going to be a dropship, most likely, into Goliath, I guess is what we're looking at.
But Kava, I don't see a Spire, so Kava... he's probably going to be catching him off guard here because I see a Hydrogen.
Yeah, he's actually going for a Valkyrie, and like you said, it's a Hydroden. He may not go Mutas at all, and we're going Valkyrie. This could be really bad for Exit.
This is the danger of thinking that you know your opponent and just going off of... A lot of people do this because they know who the opponent is. They just don't even scout properly and assume what they're going to do.
Yeah, this is almost like Exit's afraid of Muta, so even though we didn't confirm it, we're just assuming Muta. And that's one of the reasons when I go 1-1-1, and I think really anybody that goes 1-1-1, one of the big things about making the Wraith is so that you know exactly what's coming up behind it. Here he's just blindly going into Valkyrie, and Spire's coming down now, so maybe it's gonna end up being fine. These were just defensive Hydra for a mutant. Losing this Vulture to this one Hydra is completely unnecessary. Exit maybe feeling the pressure of playing against Kava, not being comfortable in this matchup.
Okay, so I guess Kava is actually doing a switch here, and he's going for his third now. Very smart. He's just protecting against everything. I see a... Is that the Spire in his base?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just posturing very defensively, making sure it doesn't take damage from anything, but the drone count is actually hurting it the natural. And I'm going to be playing 2 base for a while. And it's going to be a bio swap from Exit. Ended up going just 1 Valkyrie, scans the main now, sees that this fire is not even done yet. And
Okay,
it might be
pretty...
tank.
He's going to need a bunker, though, if he decides to. Because he only has 4 Marines, so... It's always good to build that bunker just in case.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, it does have stim. Catches Kava off guard by this immediate stim and reaction from Exit, so loses 2 Hydra.
Oh, this is not good here.
Yeah, and honestly, Exit's economy is looking really, really strong compared to Kava's at the moment.
It is, and I'm really wondering how Kava's going to manage to come back from this, because already having Valkyries, already having upgrades going, already has 2 Valkyries, these meters aren't going to do any damage. Exit's just going to be allowed to do whatever he wants without any SCV, any econ being destroyed, so it's looking pretty good for Exit.
Yeah, this
Not
push
gonna
is
lie.
starting to look really scary now. We have 2 Valkyries as we're going into Muta now for Kava. Bunch of Mutas come out, and like you said, we're at 2 Valkyries, tank is out, we got 3 racks production, and this push might just completely catch Kava off guard and kill him outright.
Dex_9Z cheered. X
Yeah, that's very disappointing, because Exit definitely is not my favorite player, but watching him do, he is doing pretty good right now, though.
Yeah, this is good from Exit. Thank you, Dex, for the... Was it 100 bits? I really appreciate that, man. Oh, 300. Thank you so much, Dex. I appreciate it.
X with the 300 bits.
Yeah, we got some Scourge coming out now, too. I'm going to go, I guess, more and more into Muta. I mean, the Marine count's going to be very low. If he picks off these 2 Valkyrie easily enough, then maybe he can still kind of get a lot of value. We have this burrowed Hydra kind of ambush potentially set up here, which is pretty interesting. And there we go.
Ooh,
1
wow,
Valkyrie
that
going
was
down.
really good by Kava.
Yeah, that
really
was
good.
really, really good. Pretty much a perfect tanking from the Muta and split away so that the Scourge hit almost got both Valkyrie. Very, very close to getting both Valkyrie. And now this push looks a lot less scary.
Yeah, but the thing, I would say this, so one thing that's slightly scary about this is the fact that he's going for a quick tank push. And as you see, Zerk, he got the Valkyrie. And Zerk has no tech. He's still on lair tech, and he's not even close. I don't even believe he has a Queen's Nest. And he has no 4th base yet, so Kava's definitely going to need to do some good maneuvering here to survive.
Yeah, a couple really good picks there, at least. Didn't realize how wide open this base is, but he also doesn't really want to corner himself there, potentially. Because if he goes down there and all the Marines and stuff come out, then the Mutas are a little bit trapped. And if he loses these Muta could easily keel over. But yeah, that was good pickalls, but like you said, Kava's not growing either, right? His tech's not growing, his economy's not growing. And
he's finally getting
a 3rd now.
A 4th base, a 3rd now.
Yeah, with this vessel coming out, not quite getting the pick off. We're gonna have to burrow these units and leave now. Exit scanning the natural to see what we're looking at. We do have lurkers that are finished up now, a couple more on the way. Still no hive, upgrade-wise. We have no upgrades, so I'm not sure which. Probably armor, I'd imagine.
I was definitely going to need a lot more to survive this first move out by Terran, though, because his army's starting to look pretty huge.
Yeah, and we have this vessel out. 2nd vessel probably on the way. Marines should be, 1011 on the way. 2nd vessel's done. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried still for Kava. These were good picks to definitely buy himself time and make this push a little bit less scary.
See, this is where Kava excels at, though. You see how he's just slowly just picking them apart, killing the central units. He just sniped a vessel, has another vessel pretty low. He's just really good at.
Ooh, that's a good irradiate though.
That was a very good irradiate.
Yeah, pretty
Good
decent
split, though, by
splitting.
Kava.
Yeah, I mean that was like a bottom of the pack meter. That's really hard to handle, and I'd say considering how bad that was for Kava, he handled it about as well as you could hope to.
Okay, so he sees the move out, but this is where Kava excels. He just keeps picking off. He keeps delaying. He needs this time though because he doesn't have any tech. He has very little drones. If you look at his natural, has no drones on his third.
Yeah, another really good irradiate.
Another great irradiate.
It's going to clean all these meat up, but that does mean that we don't have any more irradiates, and especially no T matrices for these tanks potentially. So Kava might just be able to pounce on top of this and kill this.
I really believe he could. It's looking.
Oh, we picked off the vessel with the most energy as well.
Oh, this isn't good. But you definitely don't want to attack against lurkers on a high ramp.
Oh, we don't have link speed yet. That's pretty painful here. That was a really good trade for Exit, killing a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I think we just realized we don't have speed on our lings, probably. And Kava's supply dipping down very low now, and it's looking really dire for Kava.
I think Exit may have this, because I just don't see how he's going to be able to block this next attack.
Gonna try and cut off reinforcements, but we have these tanks on the low ground, the extra reinforcing marines and tanks, and yeah, I just don't think Kava can clean this up anymore. He just looks dead here.
Really surprised here.
Yeah, very weird build from Exit, and the beginning just went so well for Kava, so kind of crazy to see Exit pull it back after that. Yeah, I mean, we have slowlings trickling out right now. Hive on the way, but there's no way we're getting to Hive at this point.
And he's just bleeding off units. Yeah, there's no way he's surviving this.
It's gonna be game. Exit starting off 2-0. Hate him or love him, he's pretty good at the game.
It's pretty unbelievable that this happened.
Wow, what an upset. Alright, let's hop in a chat with the rest of everybody.
I mean, and ZVT is very similar.
If Exit all kills, he may never let us forget. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're just not going to let that happen.
That's the nightmare scenario.
Where's
Guys,
Semi,
the next player is Semi. There's no way Exit's gonna all kill with Semi and Nomad. There's no way, dude. I don't think I've ever seen Exit take one game off Semi before.
I think Kava and Semi are gonna play right now, so.
Oh, what the fuck? No, dude.
Kava just lost.
No,
yeah, I know, but
they're playing BSL, I think.
Yeah, but that's fucking bullshit because what the fuck?
Wait, who's playing BSL?
Kava and Semi have a BSL match.
So it's gonna have to be Nomad.
Semi just asked for you to make, man.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Kava
Kava
and Semi are playing each other. I see. Sorry, I was confused. So put Nomad. Put Nomad in.
Yeah, it's gonna be Nomad.
No, they have like a best of fucking 3 or something.
Yeah, they can play while we're going. No.
Well, what if there's another? All right, whatever. I don't
Semi, could you play your game versus Exit and just go ahead and stop?
What if Semi was? I mean,
well, that's the thing.
You actually have to keep playing.
Yeah, that's the issue. If Semi wins,
just let Nomad go. He's
yeah,
on
but
the
if they have a
team
fucking,
anyways.
if they need another Protoss, then and he's still playing fucking Kava, then it's.
Yeah, but he'll exit. If Exit beats Nomad, then he's got to play another Zerg at least. So there's at least 2 games.
Nomad's not in good shape right now.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be a Zerg next, but what if the Zerg loses, and then
not,
another protest, like there's going to be another
PSL is a
protest.
higher priority for me than KCM. So
Here we go.
All right,
I can jump in on the Protoss team if you want and smash exit really quick.
Is Nomad here?
Could I replace Simi?
Yeah, dude, please,
I'm
dude.
not playing. I'm just joking.
Come
I'm
on,
not playing exit, dude. I will not ever play exit, dude.
Your exit's kryptonite, bro. Come on. Nomad.
Is Nomad going to go? Or
The protesters have given up.
Yeah, it's either Nomad or they.
Nomad isn't even fucking here, dude.
Nomad's never here, man.
Is he in a game? Are you guys on Battle.net? Can you see if he's in the game?
We need Ozzy now.
Nomad joined the game.
He's not in a game right now. He's online. He's not in a game.
I mean, he joined your room before.
Yeah.
Dude, organizing shit with Brood War players is like fucking pulling teeth, dude.
I mean,
yeah,
all of us are here. It's just Protoss is kind of slacking.
That's true. We had Primal shows up late. Simi is gonna do his BSL first, and Nomad goes AFK. What's up with Protoss?
Primal has kids, dude. He has a real reason.
No,
okay?
no, no. He was late because he was playing the game.
He was late because he was playing the game.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Nomad is late because he's counting his money from all those fucking boob jobs he did this over the week, so he doesn't have a real reason.
Dang it, we're the problem. Yeah, Pseudo. You guys are the problem.
It doesn't matter what the fuck the reason is.
It does too. My reasons are legit, okay? Oh, I can't believe I lost to the C Protoss today. What am I going to do?
Am I the only one that played?
Kava played.
Kava actually lost. I'm like, I almost can't believe it. Did he leave? Yeah, he's tilted.
Kava lost
playing
to exit?
Semi.
He's not tilted, he's playing Semi.
Yeah, Kava lost to exit. And now Nomad's not here, and Semi's playing BSL, so we don't have a Protoss to fill.
Oh,
there he is, Nomad.
Fill me
right.
What happened, fellas?
You gotta beat exit, dude.
Pick him out.
Nomad versus exit.
You gotta pick him out.
Exit's about to get the all kill, dude.
The whole fucking thing?
Nomad, let's need you to pick a map.
Kava's dead. Exit killed him. Pick a map, Nomad.
Where's the maps here?
Any ladder map except for Polypoid and Dominator.
Moon, you want to play or are you going to watch this?
I'm casting with Ozzy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's do...
Ozzy, you're casting in here?
Ozzy, how was my first cast, dude?
It was amazing, Moonray.
You did good.
Man, Nomad, please be exit, dude, so I can stop talking about him. It's horrible.
So what if like Semi's like way behind by the time he needs to join? What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to replace him with someone else?
Moon could play Protoss.
Just
if
make
needed.
Radeon, fuck it.
Radeon? Alright.
It'd be good to have a backup.
Okay.
Are we doing revives like KCM or no? Is that a thing?
Do
Say
what?
it again?
Are we doing revives?
No. Not tonight. Maybe in the future. Alright, game's up.
Alright, let's do this. Hey, we're back for another game.
Yeah. Exit's on a tear, man. Nobody saw it coming. Not happy to see Nomad.
Yeah, I think this will pretty much be his end. Nomad is he's pretty decent, but he does kind of have like his off days, so we'll see what he's gonna do here.
Mm-hmm. He has been playing against Sterling a lot, so he's getting a lot of PvT practice lately. He's actually been very active.
Though, Sterling doesn't play very standard, and so
you could tell Moon is really upset. Says
and remap's absolutely correct here. I am quite upset that Exit is still going on, and I have to cast him for another game.
Okay, let me get my scoreboard back up. Yeah, this is Nomad that is playing. Yeah, I probably should have said something about using real names. I didn't think about that.
So we got Nomad here in 2 o'clock and Exit in 4 o'clock. Nomad being the blue Protoss, Exit being the red Terran.
Yeah, we'll see how this game goes. Nomad, much more of a standard, like a solid standard player. Doesn't do like a whole lot of cheese or anything like crazy or risky or anything like that. He can be pretty greedy sometimes. And Exit can be like randomly aggressive as well, so there's like potentially that he catches him off guard with something. But I think in general, this goes like later and later, it's going to be very Nomad favored.
Oh, absolutely. Nomad's late game is very solid. Very confident in his late game, but early game, Nomad does get a little cheeky sometimes. I've seen him go one gate Robo into fast Reaver.
Yeah, he does like Reaver.
He has his different builds, so we'll see what he does.
Yeah, Nomad, he does like Reaver a lot, that is true. He sometimes will go for that Reaver rush, has very good Reaver micro. And that is one thing about Nomad, while he can be very greedy and stuff like that, his early game micro can sometimes be extremely strong. Like his early Zealot harass, his Reaver micro, that kind of thing. I'm gonna go for the Crawl Scout first to see if maybe you could get away with a Rangeless Expander and 19 Nexus, but it is gonna be near spawn, so there will not be any super greedy openings here from Nomad.
Completely agree. His early game micro is good. When I'm usually Protoss, I think he's actually doing this to see if he should go Zealot, because when turns across map, usually you can cancel the Zealot to save the minerals, because it's kind of pointless across map. You're not going to get much damage done.
Yeah, exactly. And he is going to start the Zealot up, so he's going to look for Harass. Yeah, I think the Scroll Scout, it kind of serves as like a double thing, right? Like you said, if they are close, there's no point in making the Zealot, and you can actually go for a faster Nexus. Or sorry, if it's Crawl Spawn. But because they're close, he did actually queue up the Zealot, and will be looking for that Harass.
Okay, so this is actually really good here for Nomad. We'll see if Exit chooses to go for Cross Scout. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. The timing on that probe there doesn't really make much sense to go Cross Scout.
Okay, he is going to end Scout and find Nomad on the second Scout.
Okay. A little lucky there. He will barely miss a Z-Lock.
Yeah, and I think this end Scout, usually the reason Terran's doing this is because they're looking to see if it's 12 Nexus or not. And the timing, because it was a Crawl Scout first from Nomad, doesn't really tell Exit a whole lot when the probe gets there, but it's going to see it's just a normal opener. Zell and probe going to go in. There are 4 Marines here, though, so going to be able to push this back.
I am a little curious about that 4th Marine. I wonder, is that just built preemptively because he got
oh my god.
Scout? Wow, very good micro there, though. Oh, yeah. And he gets the 3rd Marine still. That was really good there by Nomad.
Yeah, really good. I am screen sharing on Discord, so you don't have to delay if you want to watch through there.
I should be. I think I am watching through Discord.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, and one nice thing about that for Nomad, because he killed 3 Marines, Exit has to get this bunker now because of the Goon coming, which means this CC is going to be incredibly late. So we're going to have a much faster Nexus than CC here for Nomad. Vulture is going to maybe try and sneak in here, but we do have the Dragoon on the ramp, so Nomad making sure to check all of his boxes here, make sure he takes no damage. Gonna get a couple shots off on this Vulture, a 3rd shot even, which is nice. Oh, a 4th? Oh, we're gonna try and go back in. This is way too greedy from Exit.
Yeah, I cannot believe he did that. And losing that Vulture
it feels
very,
so
very
bad.
So now, Protoss can send all his Dragoons across the map without any fear. What the fuck was that? Just horrible micro. you know, by exit.
Mm-hmm. Is chat allowed? Yeah, I guess so. We're not gonna be super strict, right? We're not that professional over here. Yeah, like you said, with that going down, so it does two major things for Nomad, right? So, like you said, he can send his goons across the map now and just kind of monitor their front. And it also means that there are no mines that are going to block any of his third base locations or anything like that. Exit's going to be completely blind now. He's not going to see any goon movement. He's not going to know anything that Nomad's doing for a while. So it just gives Nomad complete map control and free reign to do whatever he wants.
Exit going for a very greedy opening here. Very risky play. Very behind. So honestly, this could be the best move because it's just not looking so good. He wasn't able to place one mine. He has no vision of the map. He has no clue what's going on. So this may actually catch Nomad off guard.
Yeah, I think it's smart for Exit to do this, right? We're going to go, like, no turrets for a while. Okay, turrets are coming up now, so it's not, like, crazy greedy then. We do have Reavers coming out soon. We're skipping Observatory for a while. I'm just going straight for the Reavers. We kind of mentioned that. Nomad does like to play Reaver.
The worst part of this, though, is that Exit, he's doing a little bit of cutting. I saw for a moment there, his command centers weren't blinking, so we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, actually missing a lot of SCVs at this point. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going for. This might be a bit of a push, it looks like. Maybe like a little 3-pack poke out push here, potentially.
Is he supply blocked here? Did he forget a depot?
It just finished in time, so he hasn't really been suffering from supply block. He's just opting to cut SCVs here. Supply does look pretty decent for Exit on this push, or if he's going for a push. And I swear, it looks like we're planning on a push. I mean, there's no armory on the way, and yeah, there's the unload coming out now. Reaver is going to be coming out, but Nomad actually walked away from his front, so he's not going to know this push is coming until it's basically at his base. And there is a chance that if Exit gets into position with all of this army, that Nomad could actually die here. The Reaver's not going to be poking at this. He's not going to know what's coming. And now I'm actually getting worried for Nomad. Because this is a lot of army that's going to get in a position for free.
Well, we got the Reaver almost at his base, but I really hope he doesn't fly in, because if he loses this Reaver, that's pretty much going to be game.
I mean, he might just be dead anyway. Not noticing that Exit's army is on the map yet.
Quite a few units here.
We're actually supply blocking now as Nomad.
This is not looking too good here.
Shuttle did get back in time. He does actually have shuttle speed, and this Reaver shot could actually be huge.
Wow, this is going to be very good here. Yep.
All right, well.
and that push is crushed.
Absolutely destroyed that push.
Very hurtful.
Yeah, Nomad found the perfect pocket. His shuttle speed finished. His shuttle speed finished on the way back, so his shuttle made it back in time, and he found the perfect pocket to land that Reaver between every single one of the tanks without taking a single shot.
See, and this is pretty much all you got to do to beat a person like Exit. He just doesn't have the game mechanics, and he tries these risky maneuvers, but Nomad playing very safe, very standard. This is all he had to do.
Yeah, Exit's just not good if he tries to play straight up, huh?
Now Nomad has a third base. Reaver Tech is just not looking good for Exit here.
Yeah, looking very bad. Even losing a bunch of vultures there. And thinking maybe about trying to sneak the shuttle around. I cannot believe we did not pull a single turret shot there from Nomad. Dancing on the exact edge of the range there.
That was really good.
Yeah, and then he can also use these Reavers to defend this base. That's like one really nice thing about doing Reaver play like this is maybe there's a bunch of mines in the way and it's like hard to get your transfer off, but yeah, you just have the Reavers there to help defend and escort the probes over. So he's going to get the saturation going. Nomad is floating a bit of money, was up to about 1,400 there for a second. And he's supply blocked for a while now. We just started our pylon.
All Nomad needs to do here is spend his money well, macro, tech up. See, the problem with going 3-fact engineering bay like that, his upgrades are going to be extremely late. He's finally just now building an armory. So Nomad's going to be just very ahead.
Yeah, the upgrades, like you mentioned, is such a big deal, right? Because so much of Terran's power comes from those upgrades, and one of your big breakpoints is 2-1, and we're a good, like, 8-9 minutes away from 2-1, and by then Nomad's going to be maxed multiple times over, could have the entire map, so it's going to be very hard, I feel like, for Exit to come out and do anything for the rest of this game.
Yeah. Definitely pretty satisfied with what I'm seeing here.
Definitely not a biased cast, guys. It is currently Nomad.
Very good harass. Even more loss of units here by Exit.
Yeah, the tank somehow survived those Reaver shots, which is crazy. And no further tech from Nomad, it looks like. Just going to continue slamming down gateways and growing. Looking to potentially get to the top left here. Here on his third base at the moment, though. Probe count maybe a little bit light. And I may have just disconnected. Okay, we're back. My internet's been doing this a lot lately, so I do apologize for the hiccups. Not really sure.
You got a little bit of a momentary glitch in here. The question right now is Ozzy going to stay in the game?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you.
Okay.
So we're back. It looks like it's stabilizing again.
Yeah, I've had some internet issues the last few days, so I do apologize for these little hiccups. I'm not sure what's been going on. It rained a few days ago, and just my internet's been dead ever since.
Exit's just losing more and more units, like, to these Reavers. These Reavers probably have so many kills on them.
Yeah, we did end up losing one of the Reavers, but they've picked off so many units. Like, maybe not in the SCV damage, but it's just constantly picking off vultures and tanks. And sorry, the hiccup was probably me again. Does actually step forward and die. We might need to pause here.
Wow, just more and more vultures. Just probably some of the worst micro I've ever seen.
Sorry guys, give me one moment. Have Moon stream and restart. Moon's not in the lobby, unfortunately.
Are you? I'm able to hear you. I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, someone was asking about restarting. Me, like, leaving the lobby and you streaming and me watching, but... Yeah, I might need you to join the next lobby just in case if I do start lagging, so I can disconnect and then watch through your Discord.
Got it.
Hopefully, that's the last of the hiccups, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure. About every night around this time, I guess I've been having some internet trouble. I may even restart my router after this game, we'll see. I'd like to do this all in one recording, but... Yeah, we'll just see if we have any more issues. We'll figure it out. But continuing on, Exit is going to be able to take his third. Nomad finally getting this corner base up and running. Double Stargate done. Arbiter on the way. Arbiter tech.
Nomad finally has some tech up. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. Stargates, fourth base, probably going to a fifth here pretty soon. Cannons everywhere, very well defended, very well saturated. He's just playing an excellent game.
Yeah, pretty solid from Nomad so far. And like we said, it's going to be so long before, I mean, our T2 hasn't even started yet. It's going to be so long before Exit can come out on the map and actually fight the Protoss army.
See, and that's the problem here, because once Nomad gets his fifth base up top, he's probably going to go straight down the bottom left. And the problem is when Protoss begins to get both the mains it just becomes so difficult for Terran to win the game. Especially on a map like this where it's already hard enough for Terran to take a 4th base.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Especially against Arbiter, taking that 4th base is very difficult because this base can be very hard to defend against Arbiter. And then even going beyond that, you start having to stretch yourself out really, really thin against Arbiter style. And like you said, if Nomad gets up to multiple, if he gets all 3 corners, it just gets so hard for Terran, especially once gateways are thrown down in every corner, because it basically becomes that nowhere to attack is really a good option anymore because they can just defend the ramp and attack you from the other bases instead.
The Nomad was already going for exactly what I thought, and he was going for that bottom left base, but luckily Exit got that snipe off, preventing that just a little bit longer.
What can Exit do to steal the game? He would have to play a very long, low game, so he can just play very defensive. Like he's doing the right thing right now, right? He's setting up recall defense. He's just playing very defensive, and about the best thing he can do is slowly creep his way to the bottom left corner and try to play split map and just defend. His way of winning this game from here is basically 45 minutes from now.
That's exactly what I would do as Terran, because there's absolutely no hope of you crushing this army and then crushing the next one and then crushing the next one. He just has too much eco for that to happen. So what I would do is I would immediately take my 4th base and just try to slowly creep my way over to the left side and take the bottom left of the map.
Yeah, he's going to siege now that he's maxed out. I think he has almost 2-1, so his way of playing looks like he's just going to go for this 2-1 max life push, or max supply, Terran life. This 2-1 max supply push.
One thing that I stopped doing as Terran on this map, though, I see a lot of Terrans do this. They mine the front heavily, and it's not a good thing to do because, see, now look what's going to happen. He's going to come in and possibly mine drag all his units. This could be very bad. See, already getting a very good mine drop here.
Yeah, really good timing on the pullback from Nomad as well. Almost perfect, actually, on when he should have pulled back. Just a lot of kills right there. Still Max putting a big bank right now. And that was pretty much a perfectly executed engagement from Nomad. Picked off the part of Exit's army that was too far separated, and then left as soon as he started getting to the choke.
What are the upgrades of Nomad right now?
You're just 101.
Exit's going to have to get out there. He's got to do something. He at least needs to be able to take a 4th base, because if he doesn't get a 4th base, the game's slowly going to be over. At least he's building the command center already.
Yeah, so he does understand he's going to need this 4th base. Hopefully he doesn't try to continue pushing. Pushing into Arbiter at this point of the game is definitely a death sentence. That being said, Nomad's going to fight him here early again.
I think this
really
could
nice
be a
storms.
slight overextend here for a Nomad, though. I don't see this as being very necessary, but very good storms though by Nomad.
Yeah, another great trade from Nomad, knocking Exit down to 110 supply, floating 3k as Nomad now, securing the bottom left of the map as this is happening. And yeah, I just from here I don't see a comeback potential for Exit anymore. These fights just went far too well for Nomad, and again, as I mentioned, we're at 18 minutes. We're still sitting on 1-1 at this point. We just cannot trade efficiently enough against the army with these upgrades.
Exit really just needs to push slowly. Like, he keeps...
Yeah.
You can't rush out of here. You gotta siege like one siege tank at a time. And kind of slowly push your way across if you expect to have any hope of coming back in this game.
Yeah, that was part of the issue with the way he pushed out. And part of it's because of what you mentioned. He had this big minefield like behind his army as he was pushing, and that just makes you so uncomfortable as Terran. But he had a bunch of his army back that wasn't a part of the initial fight. He needed to get a really good fight with this entire max supply army to be able to push that back and take us forth.
Exactly.
Now we're going to be creeping up. We got our 2-1 finished, 4 CC kind of ready to land. We are mined out on our 2 bases now, so we're just going to be back to 2-base mining, which in theory is good enough for Terran in some cases, but we have no bank. We're at 160 supplies, so we're just too weak at this point for this to be good enough. Another big fight going to come in here. We got a pretty decent stasis, catching 3 of the tanks. Nice storms picking off. And I think with this, it's going to break this position. We can sneak down to the 6 o'clock base and start hurting some of the economy. He's going to get cleaned up, sorta, but I mean, the damage is done at this point. Exit just has no money left, no economy, no tanks.
And he also sniped that 4th base, so Hope is just pretty much over here. Exit not playing a very good game. Very risky behavior. He should have just played a upgrade style. He would have been a lot better off.
Yeah. And with this game as well, that means that no player is... nobody is any longer viable to get an all-kill for the night. I didn't word this well, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Gonna go for a little bit of a drop just to make ourselves feel a little bit better, potentially. But there are actually already defensive cannons up, so this won't even get much damage done either. Oh, it's gonna be a tank. Okay. Well, this is good in some scenarios, but in this case, it just doesn't matter. Exit's so far behind, there's just nothing you can do.
Yeah, once you have the whole map, it's pretty much hopeless at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for a recall. This is pretty ill-advised. I feel like at this point in the game, you could potentially just recall an entire army to its death, but not quite gonna be enough defense. I mean, it actually did about as well as you could have hoped for as Exit. I say ill-advised. It really doesn't matter. I mean, he's so far ahead. There's no bad play anymore. Yep. And Exit gonna call GG. Nomad ending Exit's reign of terror here.
See why people would get fed up with that shit. I mean, I really hate that from fucking CPL players.
What's that?
All right, King, you're next, dude. You're casting the next game.
Yeah.
I'm casting the next game?
Yep.
Well, I think...
Unless he's playing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if flying is even here.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. You want to go flying?
Whichever one of you is not playing is the one
He's
that's
here,
casting
he's
with me.
It's up to you, really.
Good job, Nomad.
It's, I don't know. ZVT.
Moon, you exits out, so you're like done with casting.
No, actually, casting is actually kind of tiring, bro. Like,
it is.
I don't talk that much, and it's
it
a
is.
lot of talking, dude. Like,
Tell them to put that.
It's harder when you're overweight.
What are you talking about?
I guess, right? I guess, right?
Where the fuck did that come from?
Because Mint tells me he works out every day. I'm just trolling him.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, and then I guess
So,
we'll cast flying if he's up.
Who's left?
We got Flying, Keen, Sterling, and Remap. You got a lot of work to do, Nomad.
Jesus.
Oh, I said there was no chance for an all-kill. That's not true. Nomad has a chance to all-kill Terran still. I'm losing my voice already.
Okay, Nomad is not gonna all kill Terran.
We already know that, Shelling. It's fine. Just you don't really have to respond to that. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just saying it's not over yet for the all kills.
it's possible.
What was that weird lag? And you like never lag.
Yeah, there's been something wrong with my internet the last few days. I don't know if it's because of like the rain. We had some rain the other day, but something's been off. It's been doing this to me every night at some point.
Alright, I'm back.
Might get Keen to also join, or whoever's casting with me to also join and maybe stream it to me just in case I start lagging again.
Oh yeah, I'll get on Belnet.
Is it going to be Keen or Flying? Flying sounded like he wasn't sure about ZVP,
Yeah,
right?
am I playing?
Are you okay with that, Flying?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Alright, what map do you want?
Let's go. Has Minstrel been played?
It has
Minstrel
not.
Hasn't. All right, let's go.
All right. Terran shaking in their boots. I know, man. They're talking a fake confidence game right there. Did you hear that? One thing, Nomad. Oh, he's deafened.
Oh, that's who Dongopotamus is. I was wondering about that.
Don Copotomas. Don Copo. Is that even a thing? The fuck
No.
is that game?
No, it's not a real thing.
Don Copotomas.
It's a
It
portman.
sounds like a disease.
It's called a portmanteau, where it's a combination of two words, donkey and hippopotamus.
Okay.
Thanks, Flying. Springman. It doesn't look good. He should just change his name. I think it's alright.
I don't know why Flying chose the Minstrel, by the way. That map is so good for products.
Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting pick. Alright, now change channels. Hello.
Hi.
Snow Mad, close enough.
Yeah, Minstrel. I haven't looked at the recent stats, but I don't hate it as much as I did when it first released. But I don't think it's good for Berserk, unless you're sulky.
It's winter, to be honest. Seasonal Nomad, yeah.
Not the best split from Flying right off the bat, but we'll take it.
It's alright. Flying does his own thing. I feel like I've had you casting Flying with me so many times now.
Yeah, I guess I have, haven't I? Even back during the K-League tournament, which felt like... It was probably like 6 months ago or something, but it feels like it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it is interesting. Just, I think 100% of the time I'm casting Flying, I end up with Keen in the cast with me.
Well, I do have, a reputation. And Flying also has a reputation.
He definitely has a reputation.
And given that reputation, I think, on paper, Nomad is like by far the favorite. But I haven't actually seen Flying play ZVP on this map before, so maybe he has some.
Yeah, I'm really interested.
Little tricks up his sleeve.
I'm really, really interested in why he wanted to play this map.
I mean...
Just because it's a two-player map, but do Zergs even like two-player maps? I kind of thought they didn't.
No.
Yeah.
No. I hate two-player maps myself as Zerg.
Yeah.
The only two-player map that I ever felt like advantageous even a little bit on was like Neo Dark Origin.
Yeah, and Nomad's gonna go for something greedy. He is. He always does these greedy openers. Well, he likes to do this like delayed forge, which I actually really like this, to be honest. Also curious how long this has been AFK. Oh, am I screen sharing? Let me screen share. Or no, you're in the game. Yeah,
I'm in the game, yeah. Don't worry about it. Ooh, getting the probe. That's nice. I'm surprised he's not sending out another drone. He's just gonna see if this. Oh no! Don't attack it. Don't put the drone right in the vision. He's actually gonna. Okay. Okay. I thought he might actually let it finish, which would force like 4 lings out of flying. But with flying, that might not even be a handicap because he might do that regardless. You know?
That's kind of the thing. Like,
in fact, I think he just did that. I think he just did make 4 lings regardless.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what that was. It's just flying. Flying does flying things. You don't ask many questions. You just let him do what he's doing. Okay,
but
he did make a
he got an extremely early guess, so we're obviously doing some 2-hatch cheese.
He does like to do like muta rush builds quite often in this matchup.
And he didn't go 4 lings. He just made 2 lings.
Yep. Yeah, so did at least respond to the situation pretty well. It's just, you never know with flying. Like, sometimes I'm worried he's just gonna have low eco for the sake of having low eco, you know what I mean?
He immediately made lair, so I think we are going to see a muta, a 2-hatch muta. His lair started before Nomad's gas started.
Yeah, we went 2-minute gas and then lair before speed. But he does have speed on the way as well.
Wait, oh, I didn't even notice his gas. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess he's getting the gas just to deny scouts. I think Nomad is going to figure out pretty soon, obviously he's looking for the 3rd now, that this is going to be a 2-hatch build, but just because you know that it's a 2-hatch build doesn't, stop the threat, because there's still,
It's still going to be a really fast fire. And you also don't know. Like, I've had Zergs that do 2 base builds and then just Hydra push me or something. Like,
oh, a 2-hatch Hydra is totally a thing as well.
Yeah.
Usually, Zergs will give you more extreme and start with like 9-pull speed if they want to do 2-hatch builds. Maybe not usually, but that is like a fairly common.
I've played against it quite often when I was playing Protoss.
Yeah.
Actually made an additional 4 lings here, which seems maybe like overkill.
There goes speed.
Yeah, speed kicks in, so we're going to deny this probe, which is nice. So that is 2 probes down for Nomad as well. Stargate just barely started.
Yeah, and that's still only 1 cannon. I mean, he could...
Oh, that's true. We have speed. We could actually potentially get by, yeah. Because there's a gap. I mean, there's a gap here. There's a gap at the top.
There's 2 gaps, yeah. That's crazy. I wonder if he'll do it.
Imagine we went speed just for these 6 lings. Is that really what's happening right now?
Oh, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, that turned out way worse than I expected.
He's actually only going to get 2 lings in. That was really good pull and reaction from Nomad.
Yeah, great block by Nomad.
Oh, we're going to get the drill on these lings. Okay. Well, we started the defensive cannon. Actually, did he start this? Oh, he did preemptively, right, because of the meter. That makes sense. So these lings are going to get in and start picking
It's actually funny. This ling run by almost sabotaged. It's like almost a self-sabotage because it made him make those cannons.
Well, he already had 1 cannon on the way before these lings came in.
Yeah. Okay, this is confusing me. Flying is making us a creep colony.
Well, he killed, what, 2 probes total. I think just 1 since he got in, and then he canceled 1 cannon and killed another cannon, so at least that's some decent damage. I guess this sunken is the I don't want to make any mutas for your zealots. He wants to spend all of his larva on muta as fast as he can, but we already have 2 defensive cannons up in the main. There is a gap behind the natural though that he could actually get behind away from the cannons.
Yeah, that's really the only play here for flying. I'm not even so sure that getting link speed was worth it, because I feel like getting link speed is kind of a tip off that he's not going Hydra. Especially since he threw away those lings. If he went Hydra, I think this would have been like an easy bust too, because those 2 cannons are so far back.
Yeah.
And this cannon in the natural mineral line looks like it's going to get up with, with no contest.
Yeah,
So
we're about to have a third Corsair out. We have +1 air on the way for Nomad. And these mutas just aren't really getting any damage done. Getting a few probes, but
a
it's
couple
not
probes
enough.
here and there, but it doesn't really matter. There's 3 cannons now. The Corsairs numbers are growing, and Flying is making another hatchery going into Hydra Den, but he's still just on 2 base. And I don't think there's going to be any surprises here from for Nomad, rather. Like his Templar Archives is already building. By the time Flying gets any meaningful amount of Hydras out, I think there's already going to be High Templar.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Corsairs will be more than enough to stop too much, from happening. I would like to see Nomad make another gateway in his natural, maybe, but I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the thing right now for Nomad is, yes, he's going to be getting up to Archives, but he only has 1 gateway. He ended up making 4 cannons and a shield battery in his main mineral line now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even going to a second Stargate, but there's Hydra behind us.
Yeah.
This actually might work for Flying, potentially.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I'm really surprised at that second Stargate.
Yeah, he's worried about this Stargate going down, so it's more like a replacement Stargate.
Yeah, but wow, that is so strange.
Well, he's worried about it just being continuous, non-stop muta, right?
I know, and I think that's almost a little disrespectful to Flying. Like, I feel like most all-ins don't really work like that. if that makes sense. Like, if you see that like there's a bunch of cannons and a bunch of Corsairs, like you're not going to keep just making mutas.
Yeah, you can't. +1 done now. We're going to be at 7 Sair, going up to 8 Sair. Hydra count, what are we at? About 10-ish, 9 right now. We are supply blocked. Lost an Overlord. Where did that die at?
I don't know.
And we actually have a DT out on the map. Going to be looking for a 3rd base, but joke's on you, Flying does not believe in 3rd bases.
Yeah, and man, I mean, the best that DT is going to do is scout the Hydras, but I actually agree. I think this Hydra bust might work, and I assume he has Overlord speed on the way.
It's done yet. Gotta be careful with these mutas. You don't want to lose these. So the only concern right now would be the Sair killing all of the Overlords, I think.
Yeah. What all he needs to do is get enough Overlords to, defend from DTs here, and then these Hydras are just going to bust their way through. He does have Nomad has a lot of minerals right now, so he could add a lot of cannons right away, and there are no Overlords to deal with this DT. A couple Overlords in the way. Let's see if he can. Hopefully, he can thin out these Sairs.
Yeah, Overlord's a little bit late getting here, and Sair's just annoyingly
There's
tanky.
two more Overlords, but he's not defending them.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I think Nomad's actually going to defend.
That is crazy. I cannot believe that Flying just let these Overlords die.
Yeah, I actually... That's unfortunate because I feel like Flying won the game. If he just had all of his Overlords like continuously streaming in and together, then I think he just wins the game there.
That is incredibly unfortunate. If he had 4 or 5 Overlords there, those Corsairs would have gotten busted down very quickly.
Yeah,
and
they were all getting very low.
And there would have been nothing that Nomad could do, but now it's just over. Wow. How anticlimactic.
It's unfortunate. I actually really liked how this was going for Flying, but yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it was some crazy luck factor involved. It was simply bad execution on a Flying's part.
Yeah, it's just a mistake from Flying.
For not collecting his Overlords ahead of time. Like, that's literally all you needed to focus on right then. But I guess he was a little frazzled. Didn't realize.
Yeah. Kind of hate to see it. You hate to see it because Flying, he won the game, right? Like, I feel like he won the game, and then...
He won the game, and Flying is a legitimate underdog in this matchup, too, and you always like to see underdogs win.
Exactly.
But that's how Brutal is. It's fucking cutthroat. You make one single mistake and you're fucked.
Yeah,
and
very true.
You don't know which mistake it's going to be either, because you make a million mistakes every game. You don't know which one is going to cost you. Some are bigger than others, though. That was a pretty fucking big one.
Yeah, Flying notorious for fighting to the end when he plays.
Yeah, 17 supply with no drones. I've said it before, but I always like to ask myself, like, if your opponent, if like all of their units disappeared right this second, would you still be able to win? And
now,
in this
to
case,
be fair,
I think the answer is no.
Nomad only has 3 attacking units on the ground to begin with.
True, yeah, but
the problem is that he has about 10 times the worker count.
Yeah.
Yeah, just unfortunate. We're dealing with the Sarah DT now. No comeback potential, I feel like, anymore for flying.
No, that ship has sailed. I feel like I should fit in some more platitudes after that. Like, it is what it is. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all. I begrudgingly respect, I guess, staying in this game, because I would never do this. I would never still be here right now.
Well, he's about to clean up the Corsair. Yeah, not much to say in this game anymore. Just, fantasy lives on in somebody. Doesn't have to be a Terran player. GG. A little bit of an unfortunate, I feel, fumble from flying. He had the game in the bag.
It's so painful, man.
Yeah.
As a Zerg player, it really, like, hurts my heart to watch games like this, where
I just want to see Nomad lose, Oh,
absolutely. But yeah, watching I've been in that position so many times as Zerg, where you have this like really fucking scrappy game, you're so close to winning, and then you just don't quite get there. You're like too slow by a second, and it all falls apart.
Yeah. All right, let's go see who's up. Okay, looks like it's going to be Sterling.
Monty Hall, that can't possibly be in the pool.
Nope, Nomad said he needs 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck?
Every time with Nomad.
I mean, Sterling, the Pantheon and the Deja Vu is up. You can play either.
Yeah, I'm comfortable on both of those.
Pantheon's like the most PvP map you could ever hope for, I think. Thoughts? Agree?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I feel like it's worse than Citadel was for Protoss.
I like how Primal posted that eggs got blasted in a channel that he can't respond in.
Oh, did I? Oh, shit. Fix that.
No, it's good. Leave it.
No.
That's part of the KCM info, man.
Eggs that got blasted. That's part of the info. It's an update.
Oh, God, Semi.
What?
That's just funny that you realize that. Like, it's attention to detail, man. That's funny.
So Exit definitely the biggest upsets of the night, huh? I don't think that can be topped anymore. Actually beat somebody besides Primal.
Yeah, he played well.
And including Primal.
He played well against Kava too.
I'll come full circle.
Did I forget to mute myself?
Yeah, we heard your television.
Oh, I was watching Kill Tony. Sorry. Should just muted me, bro.
We did. Put you in the void, in the abyss.
Thank you.
I went and muted him anyway. See if he ever notices.
All right, I got it. Who won?
You'd know if you watch, man.
I just stepped away and make some food.
Why do you never support the streams?
Yeah, you know me.
He's a taker, man. Not much of a giver.
Talking to my wife too much, bro. Stop that.
Oh, shouldn't have gave me your number.
That was an aggressive blowing of the nose. It's just remap being remap, man. It's part of the charm.
Remap, you got any chips, dude? We've already got them.
Pork rinds? Some pork rinds?
Yeah, can you chew in my ear, please? It's been a minute.
Oh, was he smashing those earlier?
I actually think it's hilarious. It always makes me want to grab a bag of chips. Dude. Yeah.
It always makes me want to snack.
Terran player is so sick? What do you mean?
Like says he's got that wagon.
Terran players are sick.
Oh, because remap is literally has allergy problems.
Oh, I thought he said thick. Like, man, he's got a wagon.
Our wives are. Got him.
Got him.
All right.
Well, I like how this is going. It's been a lot more of a mix-up than like a one-sided bashing or something.
So is it Sterling and Nomad next?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's I'm the last Zerg left standing, so
So you got this.
I feel super confident in myself.
That's a good start.
Just do what Flying did, but then bring more overlords.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it doesn't work, leave earlier.
Oh, I will.
Don't listen to them, Flying. I respect your effort.
Hey, I respect Flying too, but I mean, the people are paying pay-per-view for this.
Yeah, that's true. We charged a lot for this.
Ozzy, you should go. Ozzy, go look in the Protoss 8 moves
people
strat.
like the Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Ozzy, on our CPL team, you should go look at the Protoss 8 move strat.
Yeah, I mean, that's Gypsy in a nutshell.
Oh, you already saw it. Okay.
Damn. Is that more Ray Rain stuff, or is it something
So
else?
Ray Rain posted a replay and asked for
I
help.
already told them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was trying to not bring it up on your stream. If you care.
I don't care.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Ray Rain posted a replay in the coach thing in our CPL semi, asking for help, and Gypsy told him to go kill himself, basically.
Oh,
well, God. Not basically. He literally said it.
Yeah, but I mean, he said something else first. He said, "Oh, that's too bad that you're having a hard time versus Terran."
Why does he say that?
Because he's a bitch
fucking
ass.
asshole.
That's not cool, man.
What if he was really thinking about that?
Yeah, I know.
You never know. Like
even
people,
if he's
people
not.
will-
Yeah, even if he's not. It shouldn't.
You fucking military boys know better than anybody.
I mean, yeah.
Well, when is this game gonna start, Ozzy?
When Nomad
10 minutes, I
comes
guess.
back. Sterling, what map did you want to play?
Nomad went AFK?
That's what he does.
Yeah. We're gonna be here
these
forever.
Protest players are literally the worst, dude. Hey, have I ever told you guys about my real favorite UMS that we should play sometime?
TMA?
No, it's called Grocery Store Wars 2.
Hmm?
Fuck is that?
Grocery Store Wars 2, dude. It's really good.
Dude, what about Cat and Mouse, dude? We should play Cat and
Just
Mouse.
repeating it doesn't tell me what it is.
Oh, it's like
Desert Strike.
RPG where you play as like a disgruntled customer and you go into a grocery store and you like wreck the place. And, and then they like send increasingly strong waves of like employees and stuff to try to like stop you.
So it's like a defense game.
How high was the person that invented this shit, dude?
This guy got fired from the grocery store.
Dude, and then he got fucking hired at the dispensary, bro. Oh my god.
Dispensing some fucking justice.
Can you give us a resume? Oh, I made this game when I was high. You're fucking hired, bro.
He made it for his coding interview.
Sterling, what map do you want?
Deja Vu.
Deja Vu.
Deja Vu.
Trying to listen to Nomad complain.
What?
Every time Nomad wants to play, he's like, make any map. And if I make Deja Vu, he goes, this is the most Terran favorite map. And I'm like, literally won't pick maps for him anymore. I'm like, you have to pick, dude.
Does Mooney or Remap want to cast with me for this one?
I can.
Okay. I would get Exit, but I don't know if he knows how to use Discord properly. To begin
You
with.
would actually use Exit for casting?
I think that'd be hilarious.
For real? For real?
Yeah, why not, actually?
Dude, you should ask him, dude, because that would be hilarious.
Mic, dude.
Let me ask him.
Get him in there, Ozzy.
Do it, ask him.
Tell him you need a Terran to help you cast this shit.
He's only going to talk about how he works out all day. He's not going to talk about the game at all. He'll be like, my biceps are sore, bro. That's all he's going to say.
I'm actually genuinely curious what he would have to say if he casted.
I've been talking to some single moms on Tinder, dude. I love the Capri Suns that they have. Some shit like that. Single moms have the best snacks, guys.
That's
nice.
true.
He said he'll do
Go ahead, go.
Best snatch? Or the best snatch?
Okay.
Both.
That's hilarious.
We want to hear all about your workouts, Exit.
Mm-hmm.
I give him 5 minutes before he lets the N-word slip on accident, dude. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
He declined with the rules that I said. He said he's not gonna do it now.
Yeah, the
I think he's
Ozzy
joking.
says,
He
"All right,
jokes
just don't
a
be
lot.
demonetized," and Exit says, "Okay, never mind, I'm out."
He's joking, dude.
He's joking, Ozzy.
Of course he is.
Bring him in there, Ozzy.
Whoa. Odd.
Primal can't cast, dude.
Go cast him.
I'd like
I'll
to hear
cast with
Primal
you,
cast.
Ozzy, if you won't do it, man.
Primal would be casting and be like, "Whoa, he's not going 3 gate like 7-minute observer."
We need to be cutting probes right now and putting 8 gates down.
Did the game start yet?
Still waiting on Nomad.
God damn.
God, fucking Nomad, what a douchebag.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Damn,
What a
man, so full of
screwball.
hate.
What a
Yeah,
nutbag.
what a doo-doo head, man.
Yeah,
No, it's just a goofy little guy doing goofy little guy things.
I'll get him to cast with me eventually. I think. Maybe
he's
not
using the
tonight, but
little
like next
zealots
time.
room.
Dude,
Is it actually okay to say retard on Twitch?
Nomad just said, having an emergency, I gotta log off, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Get in there, Semi.
Yeah.
Wow,
you're
that's
sending-
fucking
Moon, are you
terrible.
there?
Well, that skips me, and so Sterling plays against Remap.
What?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Well, we should actually get someone to replace Nomad.
We can get if Moonrise wants to play now that Exit's gone. I think that'd be all right. No.
Moon.
Moon's AFK.
Or
No, I would do that. I'm in the game. I'm in the game.
Okay.
I would play.
All right. He's finishing his Call of Duty.
No, I'm actually in the game. It's a PvP, so hopefully not too much longer.
Are you still banning Protoss?
Well, Semi can't play Sterling, and then
yeah, just go whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you got Moon as backup Protoss.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yay.
Ozzy, am I casting with you or is Exit?
Exit is not this time. So let's go. Give me.
I'm talking to Ray anyway, so take your time. Just put it up on Discord when you get a chance.
Yeah. Just gotta fix the scoreboard before we start. Let's see, how do I do this? Properties. Does that fit? Moon? Alright, good enough. Alright. Alright, guys. Oh, right, it changes this. Hang on, let me get this updated. I forgot it resets the scoreboard. So Exit's out. Primal's out. Hava flying. Alright, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Have a little bit of a hiccup in the players here. I'll explain it in just a moment. Okay, so Nomad had an emergency come up and he had to leave, so we are replacing Moonrai. Sorry, we're replacing Nomad with Moonrai, and we're just going to continue from there. Moonrai was not available immediately, so we're just moving on to the next Protoss. I know it's not quite right, but we're just doing the best with what we can. This is going to happen sometimes because there's just, you know, people's real lives. We got a lot going on sometimes. And it is what it is, so this is going to be the adjustment for the KCM tonight. So right now we have Sterling versus Simi, which is still like a very hype matchup. I feel like this is not yeah, this is not like we're settling either. This is a very good game. I'm super interested in this one.
If anything, it's more exciting. I mean, I see Sterling beat Nomad all the time, and I've actually never seen these two play. Have you?
No, well, Sterling actually said himself that he knows nothing about Semi. He's like, I have no idea how good he is. I've never played against him. I've never seen him play. So Sterling has no idea what to expect from Semi.
Yeah, and Semi's very good at this matchup, man. And and Sterling's, this is his best matchup. Well, I think TVT is probably his best matchup, but this is definitely a close second for him.
Yeah, definitely.
And he has a insane amount of builds. So I'm gonna be really curious to see if, like, Sterling is crazy, man. I mean, he'll go Bio versus Protoss. He'll go CC first. He'll go BBS. He does so much crazy stuff. Yeah, he'll do anything. He's got an insane bag of builds. He reminds me of like a higher skill version of First Law, kind of. So it'll be interesting if he just plays standard. I don't ever see him play standard. Even in TVT, he'll go, 3 base battle cruisers. He does crazy stuff all the time.
Yeah, and one thing that's like fascinating to me about Sterling is he will see, like, someone will do a build against him, right? For instance, your like 2 fact build that you did, and he's like never seen it before, right? So you did it to him, and then he turned around and he just adopted it and did it himself to like beat Kogat, like a legit S rank turn.
Yeah, and he didn't only beat Kogat, he beat SPX, who's another legit high A, low S Terran, and he beat Boa, who's like the best Protoss player in NA. And I know Boa is not super active right now, but still, I mean, he's definitely the best Protoss in NA. So he should be a really good match for Semi. But Semi is Semi is very, very good at this matchup. He's very good at it.
Yeah, Semi is, we've talked about this before, and actually talked about it earlier in the cast as well, but Semi is like a very intelligent player. He doesn't get to play as much as he'd like to, because he's just at that stage in his life where he's got a lot going on. But he still has a passion for StarCraft, clearly, and he will study this game a lot. So he knows, like, how to execute builds, he knows, like, what he's looking at, and, like, how to respond, that kind of thing. So he's a very intelligent player to kind of make up for his lack of getting to practice.
Yeah, this could be a little... Okay, he's bringing the SCV down. But it's going to make the command center. Okay, the probe's not going to be here. I was thinking Semi was going to bring the probe with the goon. And with the 3 Marines versus the goon, you can kill the goon with 3 Marines before the goon has range. But if they bring the probe, then it's a completely different story. So, luckily Semi didn't do that. It looks like Sterling's just going to kind of do a standard 3 Vulture opening here. We'll see if he makes a tank and decides to go second factory before armory and do any kind of early aggression. And Semi's going to go... What was that? Must have been a 23 Nexus.
It was 23, yeah. Yeah, actually bringing the second goon out as well to help track this Vulture can be a little bit scary, but he's actually going to catch and get the kill here, which is amazing for Semi right now.
Yeah, it's so significant losing that first Vulture, because now you don't have this threat to backstab, and so the Protoss doesn't have to leave any goons at home, and so now we have to make a tank to relieve the pressure off the bunker instead of making more Vultures, which is actually incredibly expensive for Terran. It's not good, and we're gonna have to bum rush some SCVs down here like really fast. This is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, this is a really, really bad start for Sterling. This bunker is actually going to end up getting very low, but it's not quite going to go down. It's going to get, like, scary, but not quite there, so it's going to be okay. But this does delay the CC even further, having to pull off. Nexus already done, CC only about a little over 2/3 whenever he got back on it there. And like you said, the worst thing about losing that Vulture is just we had to go tank next, and you just never want to be doing this as Terran if you don't have to.
Yeah, unless it's in your plan to do like a 3 tank push or something. But generally you go machine shot before Vulture when you do that, so that you can get it all out faster. But yeah, it looks like Sterling going second factory, so maybe he's going to try to do like a 3 tank push or something. We'll see if he keeps making Marines. Let's see if he goes second add-on. Yeah, he's going to go second add-on, so he's going to double produce tanks. I'm imagining he's going to take his second gas. And if I had to guess, I would say he's setting up to go 6 fact off this opening.
Yeah, you think so? To me, this might transition into like some like kind of odd 4 tank push potentially. We'll see what he wants to do, but the second tank already kind of points towards wanting to be aggressive, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he ends up doing. It's a little early to call it. I like that he still has his scouting SCV at the 6 o'clock base to check for a fast third. And whoa, a DT drop coming from Semi, but we already went eBay. But this is gonna make it hard to do any kind of aggression. And the turret's pretty good for a DT drop. It's a little far away, so it's gonna be kind of a hassle. But hopefully we get a third turret, and we're going Academy, so this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, this is really good for Sterling. I'm actually really surprised he went for Academy before Armory. With his setup, but it's gonna be the right call here. So really smart from Sterling.
I'm sure he meant to build an armory somewhere, and it just didn't build because he's playing Terran. There's no way he didn't mean to make an armory. You just never see anybody do this. So, but yeah, he's gonna get the scout on the shuttle, and does he have siege?
He didn't look at. I don't think he saw it. He didn't look at it with his camera, but he's already in the right position, so it doesn't matter. Really good position here for Sterling. Yeah, there's no damage to get done here. Semi just gonna not drop the DT right away, so that we don't know yet. We actually canceled.
What?
This ComSat. This must have been an accident.
That was an accident. Yeah.
But Semi doesn't unload, and there's the one good thing about Semi not unloading. There was no damage to get done there, and he doesn't show that it's DT, so he doesn't know if this is Reaver or DT yet.
Yeah, really nice turret placement. I kind of like that. I kind of feel like I understand what Sterling was thinking, because he had that SCV down there, and he was thinking that there must be some kind of a tech or something that he wanted to know, because like usually a Protoss will take that third Nexus off of 2 gateways a little bit quicker if there's no mine down there instead of taking it to 6:30 observer timing. So he probably started to get suspicious, and that's why he put down the Academy. He's a super smart player like that. That's something that I probably wouldn't have even noticed.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. He may not have seen everything, but he did have the information that he needed potentially. And yeah, I mean, everything he did was the right call. So very intelligent play there from Sterling for sure. Going up to 4 gate and then Arbiter Tech before their Nexus coming down.
It's pretty greedy from Semi, honestly. After going DT drop and having taking like, getting no damage done, and we haven't scanned, so we're just banking our scans, and now we're gonna go 6-fact, and we took our third off 4 gateways. So I think he's gonna have a little bit of a timing here. It is really hard to push against the DTs, but you can definitely turret push your way there if you have enough scans. And the shuttle is just going to get murked by Goliath, so trying to pick up the DTs to waste a scan isn't going to work versus this 6-fact since we have an armory here. So yeah, he does throw down a scan. He sees it's going to be fast Arbiter. I mean, he has to go, like, his timing is really kind of right now, because he needs to get up there and get set up and start making turrets before the Arbiter comes out and the gateway explosion happens, which is going right now.
Yeah, we have a ton of tanks. We're at 11 tanks right now for this push. I mean...
Yeah, I almost always, every time I, see Terrence, I mean, and this is how I do it too, and I got it from watching Flash and stuff. Every time I see them open 2-fact double machine shop and second gas before armory with eBay, it almost is always going towards the 6-fact push so that they can, just really bank up the early tank count so the push is really strong. And he's hitting at like 9.5 minutes. So like with a 5-fact, you're going to hit like 6 tanks at like the 9-minute mark. There's a DT right there already trying to waste some scans, which is going to be successful at, obviously. And but yeah, like a 5-fact's going to hit at like 9 minutes with 6 tanks, and this is coming out at like 9:30 with whatever, like almost 12.
Yeah, and that
so
scan
it's
got
pretty
both
powerful.
That scan getting both DTs there was huge for Sterling, so we get to save our scans now.
And we're kind of all in. I mean, we cut workers here. We're not making workers anymore as Terran. We're just gonna go rally vultures. But there's the Arbiter's already out, man, and I don't know how many scans we have left. Like, we need to get turrets up. Okay.
Only one more scan left. I'm actually really surprised he didn't bring any Goliath at all.
Yeah, he's got the 3 Marines, which are gonna help zone the shuttle, but only 1 scan. We really have to start getting the turrets down.
Yeah, that's his last scan.
Yeah. And a counterattack could be a real issue here, too. He needs to... Hopefully, he keeps producing tanks, because his gas is getting a little high, so I'm a little worried that it's all Vulture Rally. Okay, he does have 2 tanks there, so... 2 tanks on the high ground and Terran base can hold Infinity Goons, so he should be okay here.
So true. And this does mean the Arbiter's on the other side of the map, so he can actually push without fear here at the moment. Does have 2 more scans ready as well. I mean, this counterattack's not going to do anything. This is more for cutting off reinforcements, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Protoss is looking pretty dead here. I mean, we just need to keep making turrets and like, this is not enough units.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is not enough, like, this is all goons coming at the flank here, but there's no vultures. I don't think that's... Oh, we don't have vision, Ozzy. The tanks are getting murdered. And there's no vultures here to stop these zealots. Wow. I mean, that looks like impossible for Semi to stop, but without the vision on the back, like, those goons would have never killed those tanks if we had vision back there, and now we're kind of screwed as Terran.
It's very smart of Semi. He probably missed it, but it looks like he probably targeted down this turret very quickly, and that ended up making a huge difference. Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it looked doomed first. I mean, ended up cleaning that up so well, and now we have 2 Arbiters out. We have, like, what, maybe 1 scan left, maybe 2. And just not enough army to deal with us anymore.
Yeah, it was really close, man. Semi did a good job, keeping those units alive and coming back from the flank. And we just didn't have enough vultures, man. I mean, if we had some vultures in the front with those tanks, those zealots wouldn't have been able to do what they did. But
and that was the power of what Semi did, cutting those reinforcements off, right? We were building all vultures behind that to cover the tanks, and they could not get to the tanks.
Yeah, and now there's a second Arbiter out. We're banking energy for a recall. We got to take our 3rd base and stop recalls, and now, I mean, Semi can either just like max out and try to crush, or he could take the whole map, and he's taking bottom right, and he's got something at top right too. So maybe he's just planning on taking both the corners here, which is a great move. I mean, we can't really do anything until we have a vessel at this point.
Yeah, so there's 2 things I want to mention. Kind of what I was saying before when Exit was playing against Nomad. We're kind of in the situation now where it's like, all right, our push failed. We didn't really get anything done. So now we're going to have to try to win, 30 minutes from now. Simi, on the other hand, he's very, very good at this. When he gets into a winning position, he will start working towards carrier transition every single time. We saw the additional Stargate come on the way. This may be for double Arbiter, but he could potentially be working towards carrier. Just gonna have the option for later if he wants it.
Yeah, sorry, I've got my kids here in the background, so I have to mute a little bit, but it looks like we should be able to hold with the tanks on the high ground here. What happened to all of Sterling's units? Did Semi just push in and crush?
Yeah, he just pushed in and broke it. I was talking about carriers, thinking we were going to the next stage of the game, but then Semi just busting through the front.
Yeah. I mean, the supplies are actually kind of like staggeringly okay for Terran here.
Which is crazy because it looks terrible.
Yeah, I think, Semi also cut a lot of workers to defend the 6-fac, so...
That's true, we're spread pretty thin on workers, yeah.
Yeah, so it probably has something to do with the worker count. This is a really good pickoff right here, and like we were just saying, because of the cut of the worker count, this is actually really huge. Bringing the supplies, Semi's still kind of jumping up, but we didn't lose the 3rd CC, but this is going to be so hard to hold, and these vultures are going to get stuck here at the ramp and get picked off.
Yeah, super smart play from Sterling. We had the SCV down here in the corner that was kind of like hidden, checking the timing of the Nexus. So even though he was getting broken, having to deal with this at the same time, he was coherent enough, or aware enough to send his vultures down in time to catch the drone transfer. So that does make a terrible situation a lot easier. Still pretty rough, obviously. We are going into the double Arbiter production instead of carrier. I realized that when we saw there were no upgrades coming on the core. So he's just going to continue with Arbiter for a while. Only getting his 4th base up, though, and like we pointed out, his probe count's not super high right now. But obviously we delayed that there for a long time, so Sterling's going to be hurting for a while. His main base is mined out. He's going to be running low on his natural relatively soon, so we're going to need to be looking for another base. And we actually have a recall going off in the main. And
could be a double recall. Yeah. Yeah, we're not even upgrading as Terran right now. The armory's not spinning. I mean, we just... we need a 4th base at this point as Terran, realistically. And there's no way to stop all these recalls with double Stargate Arbiter. It's never going to stop.
Yeah, the pressure after getting after failing our push there is it's made it where we haven't been able to set up against potential recall. He's been scrambling so much for resources and army and just trying to stay alive. Does end up defending this, but I mean, we lost our main command center, bunch of army coming down into our 3rd, which is virtually undefended. And yeah, I think with this taking damage, it's just getting more and more unlikely for Sterling to mount a comeback here. Yeah, GG is going to be called. And Semi takes out the BSL, the future BSL champion, Sterling.
Got him. Yep.
Got him.
All right, back to the other channel.
That 6-fac push was really good.
Dude.
Vulture wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, his
Completely
reinforcements cut you off.
Shit.
Wow.
I was hard counted.
Yeah, Semi did that really good. Just cutting through the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Semi just owned you. That was just Snow at his best.
We were giving Sterling compliments, Moon. What the hell?
Yeah, that definitely that was like a really good timing. Yeah.
I'm trying to learn 6-fac because I want to use it for BSL tomorrow, but I just don't have a lot of experience with doing 6-fac, so.
I don't think the 6-fac is just not a good idea again. It's like faster Arbiter, to be honest. You're going to be run out of a scan because you only have 2 scans.
Oh shit.
Yeah, when you normally do it, you get the academy after all your factories too.
If
I had the early academy, so I thought I would have enough scans to like get turrets up in time, but
you definitely still could have done it. You just you just had you needed more turrets and you needed to mine behind your tanks on the high ground.
We never had vultures down there to begin with, was the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, Semi blocked the reinforcement really well.
Mhm.
He cut through the middle, and yeah.
So
really good.
what maps do I have left to choose from?
Let me check.
So 2 products up, 1 Zerga.
There's
1
Monty
Terran.
Hall, Dominator, Pantheon. I think that's it. Yeah, Monty Hall, Dominator, Pantheon.
Ugh.
Sterling, in hindsight,
We played the Dominator. Exit played the Dominator.
Oh, that's right. Kava did. Wait, what's the other map?
Yeah.
Then hang on.
Fighting Spirit.
Fighting Spirit. That's the other one.
Ugh.
Did we play the Radion yesterday?
Shit.
Yeah, we did.
No Poly?
Poly was
Poly
the first map.
Was the Primal.
Hold on.
Shit, so no matter what, I gotta play the fucking Monty Hall. Damn.
No, there's one additional map that doesn't have to be played. So.
Okay.
Sterling.
Yo.
In hindsight, you could have taken vultures and moved them around your third to reinforce your push when he cut you off.
Yeah, I even considered doing that, but I wasn't sure if he was at like counter attacking and I needed like units to defend, or if he was just doing a cutoff play.
Oh,
so I was like,
yeah.
But
But like
my vultures at home, and then when he sandwiches me, I'll bring them. But it didn't really play out that well.
Two tanks on your high ground there instead, and then just run your vultures around, and you fucking win.
Keen, there's also kickback. So it's Monty Hall, kickback, Pantheon, and Fighting Spirit.
Ken is deafened.
No.
He said he'll do Pantheon.
Sterling, I have some really good replays of Flash doing 6-facts if you want them.
I honestly, just this morning, my friend sent me 5 Flash replays doing 6-fac, so I might have the same ones.
You notice he goes vulture speed, right?
Yeah.
Before siege.
Yes, I did that game.
But you got to have the vultures on the map.
Yeah, that game I didn't put any vultures on the map because I lost my initial vulture, so I wrote after that I'm like, it just hurts so much to go mines and then not have that initial vault.
In those replays, does he do the same shit where he goes open single vulture, then goes tank mines, and then he does like a little push with the Marines and the tank and the vulture?
Yeah.
And then he gets vulture speed, second factory, and runs a few vultures around the map and double produces tanks, and he gets siege like infinitely late.
Yep.
Yeah, he does it the same way like every time.
Alright, Flying or Jiffy, do you when you guys want to cast with me? I need to start minimizing my talking. I'm losing my voice.
What are the maps that are left after this? Fighting Spirit.
Kickback and Monty Hall.
Fighting Spirit, Kickback, and Monty Hall. Damn.
Monty Hall, that's in the pool?
I'm down, Ozzy.
Okay, cool.
Tam, can I change my map pick to Monty Hall?
Why is that in the pool?
I'm just kidding.
Because it's a letter map.
They're just doing the ladder maps.
Yeah, if you would have picked that, I would have just forfeited.
I changed my map to Monty Hall.
Too late now.
No, it's not.
Ozzy, yep, we're already playing Pantheon.
What's that?
Can I change my map pick to Monty Hall?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's lying.
Yeah, no, I want to change it.
Yes.
It's fine with me. It's your map pick.
Okay, let's do Monty Hall.
Yeah, I'm not actually going to forfeit.
I know. I know this is just a mind game.
Called my bluff, you son of a bitch.
Alright, back to Pantheon. Ozzy, are you gonna stream it on Discord? Or...
Yeah, I'll do that.
Because I don't.
It says there's no slots open.
There's not.
It's probably better if I'm not in the game anyway.
Okay.
No,
you sick flying?
Okay, there is.
I'm excited. I'm excited for some Monty Hall action.
Yeah, me too. I've been playing this ever. I haven't banned it since it's been in the map pool. I think it's kind of fun.
I like this map. Like, actually like this map. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be.
No, you just have to like learn, you know, how to change your openings a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, people think it's like some crazy weird map, but it's like, I mean, it doesn't take much to like mine these out or like hop a worker over and like build a command center or like whatever, like or Nexus hatchery.
Right.
Or whatever.
It's only 6. You can jump a worker. Yeah, you can jump one, or it's only like 6 trips to mine them out. You know, so it's fine.
Yeah, when I was playing against Protoss, I was doing like 13 CC, right? I was just like 13 CC, mine it out, and then like take the base, and it seemed fine. Like,
yeah, you can definitely play pretty greedy. And when like the pros were playing it in KCM, right, or Pro League, I forget which, but I mean that's most of them were playing it very greedily. Either that, or you play something like pretty crazy, like 2-port in TVZ or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's not as good to cheese on as people like think it's gonna be, and that's like the main reason people are afraid of it, because they're like worried about getting cheesed. But cheese actually is pretty weak on this map.
Right, you have so much time really, unless you're just not scouting.
Yeah, like the worst I'll see is like, I don't know, Protoss will do something like jump a worker and then like make a gateway and then try to jump the zealot. But if you're not playing greedy, that's like an auto loss for the Protoss. It's actually really weak for cheese.
Yeah, for sure.
And looks like we're gonna get a 12 Nexus out of Simi. Now, I don't know how this map works PvZ. I've actually never seen a PvZ on this map. I've seen a lot of TVP and a lot of TVZ. And like ZVZ, that kind of thing. I think this is the first time I'm seeing a PvZ. And they actually jumped on the same side, so that's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is like the one thing about this map that can be like pretty dynamic and crazy is you don't know if you're expanding like into your opponents or away from them or anything like that. Somebody might actually just be able to cannon rush this. I mean, it's going to be really hard to get drones over to stop a cannon rush.
Yeah, considering that he stopped mining it, like when I play this and I do 11 or 12 hatch, like if you just keep one mining from the time you jump over and make it, it'll be mined out right around the time the hatch finishes, surprisingly. So it is kind of a problem that Keen didn't keep mining that out, because you're completely right. He could cannon rush this pretty easily. I'm really surprised he hasn't made a pylon here, but I guess since he's already made a gateway and he doesn't really want to spend the money on that, yeah, he's already spent another pylon, made the gas at home, so yeah, he doesn't really want to invest in that, but I feel like it would have completely destroyed, honestly.
Yeah, I don't see how King could have done anything about it at that point. But a little bit of a missed opportunity, but we're going to play a little bit. And honestly, this game's going to end up looking like relatively normal for the opener. I mean, we basically have... It's like a normal opening. We have like a semi-wall that could be... Like, this could easily be built to deny Hydra and stuff like that. The only thing potentially would be like speedlings, obviously would be very hard to deal with. But we are getting a layer from Keen, so it's not going to be like anything crazy, no speedling, no Hydra bust. You a little bit sick today? Your voice sounds a little bit off. Oh, my scoreboard isn't up. Sorry, guys.
I was napping right before we started.
Gotcha. So you like just woke up.
That's it. Yeah. But yeah, just 2 hatch layer. I mean, we'll see. I guess I don't think at this point that Keen's gonna take the second gas here. He'll probably even try and get like a third, at least a third hatch before he makes mutas. Maybe even a 4th. That's kind of your, like the way I played against Nomad. I just took the second gas and went all in, but Keen will probably just make at least a third hatch and only 5 mutas and play on from there.
Yeah, you can tell these players haven't practiced this map, right? Like those, I feel like very suboptimal from Keen trying to get his drones through here. And finally getting through around the like 4.5 minute mark. Gonna get the Zealot tucked behind here. Gonna be a little bit annoying for Keen, but actually not a whole lot of... Yeah, not a whole lot for that Zealot to hide. So actually getting 4 lings for surface areas. The Zealot dies very easily.
Yeah, only loses a ling. He somehow just immediately surrounded it. I thought it was going to get a good spot there behind the minerals,
Yeah.
but I guess not. Yeah, really. And now got about a full group of lings coming out from Keen here. I guess 11. And I mean, well, the second cannon's going to be done. So this is, well, I mean, like you pointed out earlier, these naturals are really easy to run by without any kind of wall here. So even with 2 cannons, he could have actually run by just like straight along the top. And but I don't know if there's a cannon in the main or anything like that, but there was some potential for a run by there. We'll see what Keen's follow-up is here. He does have the second gas, it looks like, so
yeah, just finished.
I don't know. We'll see. Like how many mutas he wants to make here is really going to tell us what he wants to do.
Yeah, Sammy did start his +1 air like relatively early, so he's gonna have a pretty good timing on his +1 air for his Sair. First Sair just not coming out, gonna go around the long way. Looks like the mutas are gonna try to dive straight into the main. There's only 1 cannon, so if this area is too far away, there is potential for some damage.
Yeah, this Sair going out is pretty dangerous with only 1 cannon, and I mean, the second Sair, oh yeah, he's going forward. The second Sair is not really that close to done here, and yeah, the first one is just way out of bounds here, and the second one does pop, but the cannon's already down. If Keen splits here and focuses the Sairs correctly, he should win this fight
he
here.
had one across the map.
3 mutas. What's up?
Sorry, I didn't realize we had another Sair across the map already.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. That one that just came back, I did not realize that either. But yeah, the second Sair does go down, just 1 left, and doesn't seem like there's any more rallied mutas here, though. Just the 3 fairly damaged ones left. Okay, here's 2 more and some Scourge.
Looks like he might be trying to go for a bust here, but I mean, there's 4 cannons here with 4 Zealots.
Yeah, the fact that we're kind of still on 3 hatches here, mining 2 gas with not that many drones, and we've made extra lings here, still kind of making lings. Yeah, we don't have 1 per patch drones or anything like that at this point. So I mean, he is really going for this. 4 cannons. Oh, it's going to be really tough to bust this. Going to focus the cannons with the mutas and the lings. I mean, the first one just barely goes down, and most of the lings are dead. I mean, I don't feel like this can work. Focus is the second cannon, but
we got that +1 on our Sair too. Is really big here. All the lings going down. Not even gonna get the next cannon here, and yeah, with that bust failing, it feels like it's gonna be over for Keen, and he knows this, so he's gonna go ahead and call GG.
GG.
GG. Nice, you did a lot of the talking for me. That's what I needed.
Good.
All right, guys, and with that, Zerg is out, and now it's up to Remap to try and take out both Simi and Moonrai to try and win it for the Terran.
We cannot let the Protoss win the first race war. We just can't.
Yeah, it's true. But they are the best players in this Discord, man.
Primal?
Yeah, Primal's the best.
He's like that anime character that is weak for like the first 5 seasons, and then finally you find out he's like the strongest.
Yeah, like with the annoying voice and everything.
How many seasons has it been?
At least 100. I mean, this is reality.
We're 60 seasons into the training arc.
He's still running up the steps.
Oh, it's Remap Devin. Where'd he go?
He's just ready. He wants Pantheon.
Okay. As he should. I'd get a Protoss to cast with me, but most of them weren't coherent.
True, true.
True, true. Alright, any volunteers? My voice is gone, so I kind of need to minimize my talking now.
I'll do it if nobody else will. I might have to mute if my kids come running around now.
Okay.
Stream it up, big boy.
Yeah. Man, I really thought Simi was actually going to forfeit when Keen said Monty Hall.
Yeah, I don't know. 70 be much of a forfeiter. This should be interesting, man. Remap was saying, he was asking me in Sterling what map he should go. He said he has a hard time on this map for some reason, which I don't know why, but...
Remap does?
Yeah, but...
Semi gets infuriated by this map, as I feel like he should. As I feel like all Protoss players should.
Yeah, they've had some pretty bad luck with the maps lately. Getting better for Protoss against Zerg, but definitely not getting better against Terran. Remap's very good. I think he's, you know, he's like a S player. We watched him get S actually together on ladder like a few weeks ago, and he's been laddering still and maintaining it, and even got above 2300 recently. So
yeah, we watched him get S ranked by taking out Dandy and Terror.
Are we going mid map gateways here? At least, oh no, just a forward gate. Okay. And he's gonna get first scout and get the gas, Ozzy. This is gonna be rough.
Yeah, this is disgusting. Gonna lose a lot of our advantage for this map, potentially. Just with the early game harassment.
The only thing about this is, I mean, Semi has very good micro, very good early Zealot micro.
Mm-hmm.
And Remap has incredible Marine micro. So, and it looks like he was going to go 15cc was his plan. Because it looks like he was setting that SCV out to make the barracks on the other side of the ramp there. This spawn is super good. You can make the barracks in the supply depot on the other side of your ramp in your natural and wall it off.
Mm-hmm.
But this is going to be really, really annoying.
Yeah, and he did drop that 10 racks. He's a big, what's the word? And big advocate, yeah, proponent, that's the word. Big proponent for the 10 racks. He absolutely loves this, and honestly, from like me watching him do it, I can see why. It actually is very flexible.
I do it all the time now. Every time I go 15cc, now I go 10 racks instead. It makes a huge difference if they go early Zealots, and you know, versus a forward gate and a gas steal, 10 racks is awesome. You know, you have an extra Marine.
Mm-hmm.
By the time the Zealot shows up, but we're just gonna take a Nexus here, so.
Yeah, hopefully Remap the 10 racks actually.
Maybe, but I mean, technically, if there's no forage, we could pull the boys here if we scout this. Let's see which direction we go. Oh, he's going bottom left.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Or he's going. Oh, he's gonna go cross bonds to see if it was cross bonds first scout into Nexus first. No, what are we doing, Remap? Okay, we're.
He was checking. So he's just checking mid to see if there was any really anything in the mid.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we are gonna get the scout off and see that the gateway's only just gonna be finishing. So,
I mean, we went second depot, so we could pull the boys here. There's no forge. I mean, but he's not making Marines.
Like that.
Yeah, he's not making more. Oh, he is making Marines. I think he's gonna do it, man.
I think he's gonna go for it.
Oh, but there's the forge. He's getting his gas. He's up to something, boys. I don't know what it is, but I know if you're gonna pull the boys, you got to go now. Like the cannon.
Do you think he's gonna tank push this? I'm actually really curious what the plan is.
No, I don't even think he's pulling the boys. He's just gonna send the Marines and maybe try to make Semi make more cannons than just the one. Or he's throwing down a shield battery. So hopefully he gets them to throw down like a cannon or two. One Zealot is gonna shut this down unless the Marine micro is God mode here. Hey, not the best so far.
Yeah, I would say terrible even.
Yeah, the two Marines got clumped up there. And now this is such a problem. I mean, it's just something I complain about all the time. versus Nexus first is Terran, you still have to make a bunker sometimes, and then we even cancel the cannon here. So and we're already mining. But I guess the saving grace is that we went gas, and so our tech is, you know, we got the factory going, but before the cybernetics core got put down. So
we're continuing Marines. I'm so interested in what Remap's thinking.
Maybe he just doesn't want to make the bunker, and he's thinking there's going to be a second zealot. So he's just making an extra Marine to kill the zealots.
That's probably all it is, yeah. Okay.
So, which is a good move.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He saw that the cannon was canceled. He sees like the core timing, so he knows he doesn't need the bunker for like a super long time. So he just makes a couple extra Marines. I actually kind of like it. Having the 2 extra Marines instead of a bunker is, in a game like this where you're not going to be getting pressured, is actually really, really smart.
Yeah, and he's going second factory. Did he throw down the? No, there's no way he's gonna go armory, and he knows the timing. He's keeping the Marine production going. So I'm wondering if he's gonna do some kind of a quick push, which in this case would work because Semi is just going robo before range, and he just kept making zealots. So I mean, a tank, mines, and then just double produce vultures from both factories behind it. With no cannon, it could do some damage if that's in the plan.
Simi is going to see this Marine count, though, and probably get suspicious. If he was paying attention, which I feel like Simi usually is, he would notice that an extra Marine just got added.
Yeah, Goon's going to try to come down, but it doesn't have range, so it can't do anything. I'm almost wondering if Semi's going to forget range the entire game. We've seen him do that before, and he hasn't started it yet, and he has the money. So hopefully he realizes that he doesn't have it. 3 gateway with support bay. Yeah, he forgot range. He had to have forgot range, and that could honestly lose him the game right here. We're not getting mines, so it's probably 2 more tanks.
Yep.
And then vulture follow up, and this is
we're cutting workers. It looks like I have a hard time seeing somebody surviving this push, but I also felt that way when we watched Sterling, so...
He's going to have a Reaver, even if he forgets range, and he did go 3 gateways, so he's going to have a lot of goons, and he's going to have the Reaver, and unless that's Siege...
It is, based on the gas counted Siege.
Okay, so if it's Siege, then I think we can win here, because we've got the eBay. So we can set up in front of Protoss Natural and just kind of slowly push. Did he start range yet?
Nope. No range.
Oh man, if he loses this game, he's gonna be kicking himself. Let's see if he even realizes. Wow, making a turret way ahead of time.
Yeah, maybe just
see how good this goes.
DT having kind of a fallback turret.
Yeah, make a bunker, and just wait for Siege to finish here. Sweet so far. This is a lot of goons though, man. If we get in here before the bunker's done, targeting down the zealots hopefully with the Marines. Yes, 1. Targeting the goons with the tanks, really good targeting. But this is... Oh, the Reaver's out! I was hoping that shuttle just had a couple zealots in it. Yeah, this is toast. Without that turret finish here, we're gonna lose to the micro. I mean, decent trades from Remap. I mean, he did kill the whole army. And I like that he's just gonna try to maybe like keep fake pushing here or something.
Oh, Simi's so good with his Reavers.
Yeah, he's got very good Reaver micro, and we just the other problem here is too, dude, is what did we bring here? Like 6, 7 SCVs, and we cut SCVs to even make this happen. So we're definitely behind in workers. I mean, we were behind from the beginning of the game. So this is kind of hurting. And like I said, we did trade the army, which is really good, and we do have siege and turrets, so we're probably going to be okay against the Reaver. Is Semi getting range yet?
Nope.
No range. This is quite the blunder. Let's see if he miraculously throws his shuttle in the trash for free. That would be something that we really desperately need right now. And there's probably a gap in these turrets. So yeah, he's definitely going to get in here, and this is going to be so annoying.
Yeah, when you're already behind like this.
Oh
like,
no!
This is super annoying.
And he's bringing all. Okay, he leaves one tank. Hopefully, he leaves that second tank there. We definitely. Oh no, it's going around. It's gonna get sniped for free. I'm such a negative Nancy.
Crisis averted.
Okay, yeah, laying some mines in the front. Good that he didn't take everything. Shuttle gonna take some hull damage.
Yeah,
just
actually,
barely.
lucky that we didn't have vision there, because that could have died for that.
Yeah, I was thinking he might even have flown into the second turret in a natural, getting the observer for free. And I'm wondering if we're gonna go maybe carriers.
Yeah, the first time we see that core spinning might be air attack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are way down in supply. As Terran here, this is not a good position that you that you find yourself in as a Terran player. Like I said, he cut those workers at the beginning for that push and brought like 6 SCVs that he lost. So the only real saving grace here is that Semi forgot range, but now there's 2 shuttles and Reavers out, so probably getting shuttle speed, and this is going to be a real nightmare to deal with.
Remap actually looking to push out, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think because he lost his getting some goons for free here is awesome.
Nice.
Maybe another one. There we go. 3 goons for free. That's a good trade. I think maybe he's thinking he's gonna take his 3rd command center since he lost his barracks and he can't make a bunch of factories. At least that's what I was anticipating he was about to do. Is that his 3rd command center at the top of his main?
Oh, that's just the eBay.
No, the top of his main base. There's a building.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so there's a 3rd CC. Yeah, makes sense because he lost his barracks, so he needed to spend the money on something. Getting +1 attack. Scan goes down, looking for what's coming out of the gateways. Just sees normal shit. And Semi is just macroing up. Gonna get leg speed, probably like 6 to 8 gateways, and take a 4th base. Wow, 4th command center. So he's gonna take the 9 o'clock base and the 6 whatever-ish base mineral only at the same time.
Yeah, that starts getting really hard to defend with what the game state is.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to defend considering we're so behind, and we're going shuttle style here. So we're going to potentially shack the shuttle now. We're going to save it, maybe get the armory here if we're... Yeah, there's no Goliaths, man. There's no Wraith. There's no turrets here. We're sending vultures in to defend this. We're gonna lose our armory.
+1
unless Semi's not... Oh, did it just finish?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Hopefully he queued up some Goliaths before that went down, because we really need Goliaths and Goliath range here to even contend with the shuttle style.
This is so annoying for Remap to deal with. He's trying to cut some corners to try and catch back up, but it's just Simi is punishing him for cutting those corners, you know. Very light on the turrets, no Goliath like you mentioned. Going for this double CC to try and catch back up, but yeah, super
Okay,
annoying.
maybe we get this Reaver for free on the high ground. No, Semi's paying attention as per his usual. So just gonna kill a couple goons, trade for a tank, and Semi looking to clear top left, probably planning on taking that base. And yeah, I mean, I like the idea of the double expand Aussie, but like we said, like with the shuttle style and how far behind he is and his factory count and just losing the army right there, there's just no way he's going to be able to defend both these bases. So maybe he'll just produce SCVs, or did he cancel it?
He canceled it, yeah.
Yeah, he canceled.
Probably not a bad call, to be honest with you. The only thing I was thinking you could use it for is like maybe like pumping a bunch of SCVs.
There's no vultures here, man. We're gonna get rolled by speed zealots. Okay, maybe not. Still hard to get up that high ground through that small choke, so thank God for Pantheon.
Exactly. The only reason we're not dead right now is because of this map. It's so hard for Protoss
100%.
to attack in.
And we have a good defensive setup here. If we try to suicide past these turrets, we're gonna drop on these mines here, and everything could explode. Yep. And oh. Okay, losing both the Reavers so far and the 2 shuttles for free. Hopefully we run our SCVs away without taking too much damage. And that's probably going to be a dud. Yes, it is. Still really annoying. You know, the fastest thing you have on your hotkeys is Terran is you send your units back, but all your tanks are siege, so only your vultures go, and they get murdered by the Reaver. So this is still like a huge headache. But we got 2 shuttles. And at the end of the day, 3 Reavers, so...
Yeah, but he's taking so much more damage. He was so close to defending this, but all of this lost mining is just like really, really painful. Not even so much like the units and the SCVs and everything. It's just not being able to mine our main for so long hurts us so much.
Yeah, this is really painful. And now Semi's taking his fourth base, so... yeah, I mean, at this point, Remap could probably like set this base up more and then go take his mineral only. I mean, the only way he's gonna do anything in this game is by playing slow and trying to grind it out, unless Semi does a huge throw.
Yeah, every TVP we've been in today, we found ourselves saying this, where it's like, all right, well, if Terran can survive for 45 minutes and split the map, maybe you can come back and win this.
Like more like 60 minutes. Now we're just gonna push into the natural here, which is pretty much undefended, and we'll see if what Remap decides to do here. It looks like he's gonna unsiege and come defend, and we'll see how much damage we get done here. And this isn't even like, you know, a lot of our army is Protoss, right? This was just like a control group of goons and a few zealots, so just kind of being a pain in the ass. It's totally fine, I think, for Semi to, like, you know, trade this out.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, we're not taking much damage, but I guess the thing right now is it's just slowing his growth down overall. We did at least not quite lose the sci-fi.
Yeah.
Get that finished though, so we can start upgrades. I mean, supply is looking a lot better for Remap, and honestly, like, Simi's only on 4 base.
Storm drop at the third. Oh, that was like almost the worst case scenario.
Simi picking a Remap apart, just cannot get a chance to breathe. Every time it seems like Simi might be Remap might be working towards some sort of comeback, Simi's just immediately on top of him and keeping him from getting comfortable, keeping him from growing. Just doing a good job of picking him apart. Yeah,
Remap's honestly looking very frazzled this game. You know, he's not mining his gas at his third. Got random SCVs everywhere. He doesn't have mines set up to defend his bases. He just looking a little bit scattered and flustered this game and having a hard time kind of probably getting into the groove. It's been an off game from him since the beginning, and this is like a desperation push.
This is the I don't want to do this anymore push.
And this mine right here is going to murder all of these. There's another mine there, Ozzy. I'm pretty sure. Okay, no, it's just one. Those tank hits were disgusting, but we do not have enough vultures to do this. There's so many zealots, and there's no vultures. Yeah, he's finally getting goon range. He's gonna say after he wins this game, "Well, I won even without goon range. Protoss is hard." This is not gonna work. This is way too many tanks, not enough vultures, no such thing as too many tanks, but the composition is just off.
Yeah, I understand.
Go back to the high ground. That was a good pickoff on that High Templar. Trying to get another one. Oh, these storm drops are disgusting. The Reaver's gonna kill the other 2 tanks, man, and like you said, if it wasn't for this map, but we're still gonna die anyways. We're just gonna shove our way in here.
All over him now. We got drops coming in from behind at the same time we're doing this attack, and then he finally broke this position. Remap looking extremely dead.
Yeah, Semi's on fire, man. He's just crushing it on all angles, and it's not gonna stop. And I expect Remap to GG here after this other flood of units comes flying up his ramp. 101 supply to 187. Semi nearly maxed out.
Yeah, huge shout out and thanks to Moonrise for stepping in when Nomad had to go. But yeah, good job by Semi, just kind of crushing our remaining players here, showing that sometimes you don't need to play. Studying is good enough.
Yeah, if you play Protoss, you can get away with playing once a week and still BS, guys. Just remember that.
I just want you guys to notice that there have been some biased casters in here tonight, and they were all Terran players. But alright, that's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. That is going to wrap it up with Remap going down. Making Protoss our winners, so we're going to say Nomad and Semi. I know there's a little bit of a hiccup. Things didn't quite go the way we planned. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and maybe we'll do something like this again in the future. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and